And one strike to the right-hand hitting Manny Machado, who struck out on that cutter back in the first. Pham and Hosmer to follow here in the bottom of the third. The 1-1 pitch is low. 2 balls and a strike to Machado. Mentioned Gallen's start last September at Chase Field against the Padres. Took a no-hitter into the 7th. Manny broke it up with a 1-out single. 2 balls and a strike. The righty delivers, and a curveball hung but popped up in a very shallow left field. Ahmed and Escobar both there. It'll be the shortstop Ahmed making the call and the catch in foul territory as Manny pops out, 1 away in the bottom of the third.
Season ticket membership, group, and suite deposits are on sale for 21, as in next year. You learn more about how you can get priority ticket access for next season by visiting Padres.com/tickets. And more information or email at tickets@padres.com.
Tommy Pham walked his first time, as did Grisham, as did Hosmer. Tatis walked his second time. Padres already 4 walks in the first couple of innings against Gallen. And the first pitch to Pham this time misses way outside, 1-0.
Scoping those people out on that apartment house out there, the beige one beyond the scoreboard, sitting on the roof. They're using binoculars to watch the game. I'm using binoculars to watch them.
1-0 is hit well out to deep right field. Calhoun is racing back. He's at the wall. He leaps and he made the catch. Up against the wall in right field. Calhoun, at the very least, took away extra bases from Tommy Pham. The glove may have been just over the fence. Hard to tell. But Calhoun, again, not necessarily known for the glove, makes a stellar defensive play there. Looking at the big board, probably would have hit off the very top of the wall. But a great defensive play in 2 outs. Tommy trying to go oppo. So Gallen, who really labored through the first couple of innings, in position here to have a quick third with 2 outs, nobody aboard, and Eric Hosmer at the plate. First pitch curveball, a strike, 0-1. Gallen threw 25 pitches in the first and 23 in the second. Only 7 so far here in the third. He's got 2 out. This pitch is on the outside corner. And a changeup for a strike, 0-2. That pitch is the one that developed most recently for him. He's in the minors in the Marlins system. They forced him to throw 2 changeups every inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's in the dirt. And Haas able to lay off the curveball, 1-2. They said, we don't care when you throw them, the situation, the batter, whatever it is, just make sure you throw 2 changeups every single inning. He did, and the pitch got much, much better. Ball and 2 strikes to Haas. Left-handed batter waits, and the pitch is high. 2-2. It's interesting, last year, Gallen in his major league action with both Miami and the Diamondbacks, a lot of fastballs, and then he kind of mixes the curve, the change, and the cutter very evenly. 2-2. Hosmer sends that one out to deep right center field. Starling Marte racing back, looking up, gone. A home run for Eric Hosmer. A pair of 3-run doubles on Friday night, and now a solo homer here in the third today. And the Padres take a 1-0 lead on his first home run of the season. My goodness. What a start to 2020 for Eric Hosmer.
Hey, Haas, you seeing the ball pretty well? Thought so. I thought so. Left, right, center. Wow. He's normally straightaway right or opposite field.
Seven runs batted in. And that's on Friday. And just 2 plate appearances today. Here's Myers. Will takes, and a first pitch curveball for a strike at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. So it looked like it was going to be the first quick inning for Gallen, and even if that ends up being the case, it will be his worst inning in terms of score. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Will looks, and that one down and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Only Nelson Cruz has more RBIs than Haas early in the season. He's at 10 already. Here's the 1-1. Myers looks, and a curveball strike, 1-2. Haas a season ago hit 22 home runs. Drove in 99. Ball and 2 strikes to Myers, 2 outs and the base is empty. The pitch to Will is a curveball in the dirt. Count evens 2-2. Will came up with the bases loaded, 2 outs back in the first inning. Gallen had just walked Pham and Hosmer, and Will swung at the first pitch and grounded into a force at third base to end the inning. Homered in last night's game. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Gallen. 3 infielders on the left side, and after a long look in, Will asks for time and quickly steps out of the box. He's right back in. 409 feet for Hosmer out to right center. Here comes the 2-2 to Myers. Will looks, and that curveball is low. 3-2. Talk about Gallen's effectiveness with the fastball, the cutter, the curve, and the change. He's one of those guys they say tunnels really, really well. Everything looks the same until the very last moment when it isn't. Here's the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Good change up there. Maybe the curve. Hard for me to tell, honestly, from up here. Myers out in front. He strikes out. And that's all for the Padres in the third inning. However, they break through on the Eric Hosmer home run to right center field. That's the run. That was the hit. Nobody left. We go to the fourth. 1-0 Padres on the Padres Radio Network.
Mozzie is the premier heating and air expert. Right now, save up to $2,100 or get a free high-efficiency air cleaner with your new install.
And they're now offering free virtual estimates for new installations. Visit Mozzie.com, MAUZY.com.
Getting a great deal on some of Toyota's most popular models is easier than ever. Because now with the We Make It Easy sales event, you can get 0 APR for 60 months on a new 2020 Camry, Camry Hybrid, Corolla, Corolla Hatchback, or even the Prius Liftback. That's 0 APR for 60 months on a powerful new Camry or Camry Hybrid, a sleek Corolla or Corolla Hatchback, or an ever-efficient Prius. Whichever you choose, it's a great deal on an exceptionally reliable new Toyota. But hurry, offers end soon.
Limited term financing through Toyota Financial Services. 0% APR includes 60 monthly payments of $1,667 per $1,000 borrowed. For example, 10% down. Not all customers will qualify. Down payment varies with credit. See dealer for details. Excludes Corolla Hybrid and Prius Prime. Must take delivery from model year 2020 new car dealer stock by midnight August 3rd.
We make it easy on you.
The 2020 census is about the next 10 years, but the time to respond is now.
The power to change our community is in your hands. Grab it. The 2020 census is about funding for hospitals, emergency services, and more.
It even informs congressional representation.
Make sure you count little kids and babies who live with you, even roommates.
The clock is ticking, but you still have time to make a difference. Shape your future today by going to 2020census.gov.
Paid for by U.S. Census Bureau.
This is Jim Rome. You are listening to Padres Baseball on 97.3 The Fan.
Top of the fourth inning, Padres 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing on Eric Hosmer's first home run of the season. Eduardo Escobar takes a strike from Garrett Richards. Switch hitter batting left-handed, and the 0-1 pitch is sliced foul the other way. That'll find the Toyota Terrace in back of the Diamondback dugout on the left side. 0-2 on Escobar, who swung and missed at a curveball to strike out, leading off the second inning. He's 0 for 1. All the talk about Eric Hosmer hitting the ball on the ground. Hit it in the air every time on Friday and a home run here today. This one in the air, opposite field to left. Pham over towards the line, gets underneath of it, and makes the catch. So Escobar flies out, 1 away in the top of the fourth. Padres Baseball is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change Centers with 30 locations all over San Diego County. They can have you in and out in around 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for directions and discounts. Nice, easy drive-through experience in this socially distanced world. It's a nice little bonus. SoCalOilChange.com. 1 out, nobody on for the left-hand hitting Cole Calhoun. Takes a fastball high. A ball and no strikes. Calhoun and Richards, teammates in Anaheim. 7 years together at the big league level for the Angels. Left-hand hitter. And he takes again in. 2 balls and no strikes. Calhoun drew a walk against his old buddy back in the second inning. Carson Kelly in the on-deck circle. He and Zach Gallen, the Diamondback starter today, they go way back to the Cardinals organization. Not only did they play with each other in the minors, they were roommates at AAA. 2-0. Calhoun takes and again outside. 3 balls and no strikes. I guess calling them roommates might be overstating it a little bit. Kelly had the apartment and Gallen slept on an air mattress.
They're still roommates.
Yeah, okay.
Just unequal.
Counts, yeah.
Unequal roommates.
Now battery mates in Arizona. 3-0. Fastball in, not by much. Calhoun kind of thought it was a strike, it looked like. He just stood there, but Mark Ripperger says ball 4, and for the second time in as many trips to the plate, Calhoun draws a walk. A 1-out pass here in the 4th inning. Tying run aboard for the Diamondbacks with the aforementioned Carson Kelly at the dish. Kelly making his second start of the series. Came on defensively in the 7th inning last night. Did not get a turn at bat. He was 0 for 3 in the opener on Friday. Grounded into a double play. Richards wouldn't mind that here with 1 out and Calhoun at first. Richards out of the stretch, and the runner goes. Garrett will step off. Now they got him hung up between first and second. A throw to Hosmer at first. He chases him towards second. Profar running him back to first. Now to Richards, who will tag him out in the baseline. A little spring training practice there on the rundown. Calhoun, who actually helped the Diamondbacks stay out of a double play in the 2nd inning by running on what turned out to be a ground ball by Carson Kelly, this time took off, and Richards just waiting and waiting, eventually stepped off the back of the rubber and was able to hang him up and eventually tag him out. So just like that, 2 down, nobody aboard, and Kelly will step back into the batter's box. I think we're going with 1-3 to 4-1. Richards to Hosmer to Profar to Richards. First pitch to Kelly. Fastball right down the middle at 95. No balls and a strike. That worked out nicely. No need for the double play now. 1-0 Padres in the top of the 4th. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball center field. Routine for Trent Grisham. Just a couple of steps to his right. Now he squares up, makes the catch, and that's it for the D-backs here in the top of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, and nobody left. Go to the bottom half. It's the Padres 1 and the D-backs 0 on the Padres Radio Network.
The San Diego Food Bank is partnering with the Padres Radio Network to help feed local low-income military families. The need for food assistance has skyrocketed due to COVID-19. Please help feed families in need. Sign up to volunteer or donate at SanDiegoFoodBank.org.
Baseball is back, and now is the time to get your Grand Slam deals at Gosford Escondido. We are following all CDC safety guidelines if you want to visit, but you can shop 100% from home using our web buy tool at GosfordEscondido.com.
Let's be real. Mopping is a hassle. You have to fill the bucket, pushing a wet, heavy mop around, then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer Wet Jet. With Swiffer Wet Jet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer Wet Jet. The faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
Only Wendy's 2 for $5 has all the chicken you crave. Choose from the crispy homestyle chicken sandwich, delicious spicy chicken sandwich, classic crispy 10-piece nuggets, or the legendary spicy 10-piece nuggets. But let's be real. You're gonna get 20 spicy nugs for $5. I mean, that's what I would do. Enjoy a real deal with the Wendy's 2 for $5. We got you.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary at U.S. Wendy's. A la carte only. Excludes made to crave.
Nature Valley Sweet and Salty Bars are just as crunchy and creamy on the lawn chair as they are at the lookout. As delicious on your porch as they are at the park. So enjoy a Nature Valley Sweet and Salty Bar wherever you are.
I'm Kirby Yates, and you're listening to the home of the Padres on 97.3 The Fan.
Bottom of the 4th inning at Petco. Padres 1 and the Diamondbacks 0. Eric Hosmer, who drove in 6 runs here on opening night Friday, a solo homer in the 3rd inning against Zach Gallen, who took a no-hitter into the 7th inning against the Padres last September. Now the bottom third of the batting order against Gallen in the 4th, Profar, Hedges, and Naylor. Very different feel with the designated hitter. DH today is Naylor. Profar ripped a single to right field his first time up, his first hit in a Padre uniform. And the first pitch of this at bat from Gallen is right down the middle, and a fastball strike, 0-1. Padres have made Gallen work the way they made Robbie Ray work last night, the way they made Madison Bumgarner work on Friday night. Gallen up over 65 pitches here as Profar runs up to bunt, fouls it off of himself in the box. No balls, 2 strikes. Get through 3 innings, 65 pitches for Zach Gallen. Diamondbacks adjust their shift here against Profar now that the threat of the bunt is gone on 0-2. Everybody back and swung around. Here's the pitch. And he takes the curveball. Ooh, looked pretty good. Maybe low, maybe inside. And a ball and 2 strikes. Profar waits. Now the 1-2 from Gallen. Another curveball. This one grounded foul. And back to new first base coach, Wayne Kirby. Padres, of course, will play only Western Division teams here in this 60-game season. 40 games against the NL West, 20 games against the AL West. And big news up in Oakland today as Shohei Ohtani made his first start as a pitcher since September of 2018. Here's the 1-2 swing and another curveball and another foul ball as he grounds it towards Hedges in the on-deck circle right side. Still 1-2 to Profar. And Ohtani at the Coliseum did not record an out. A's roughed him up, scored 5 runs on 3 hits. He walked 3. And Matt Andriese came on to relieve him. 30 pitches for Ohtani, 0 outs recorded. 1-2 and another ground ball. Foul right side. Still a ball and 2 strikes on Profar, who sees pitch after pitch after pitch, it seems, every time up.
Ohtani is their designated Sunday starter. Once a week coming off that surgery. Rest of the time DHing.
Profar waiting again on 1-2. He takes a fastball inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Profar, Pham, especially just kind of guys that don't panic with a 2-strike count. Reaches here, spoils 1 foul, back to the netting. Still 2-2. It's almost like the at-bat doesn't start for them until there's 2 strikes. It is so clearly different than anything we've seen out of the Padre lineup in the last few years. And a very welcome change. Only 2+ games. There's another 2-2, and he takes the curveball in the dirt. So the count fills up, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Profar on Friday, before the first 3-run double by Hosmer, worked a 10-pitch walk. Did a 7-pitch at bat in last night's game. And now really making Gallen work here as the Diamondback starter about to throw his 75th pitch. Here's the 3-2. It is down and in, ball 4, and what a turn at bat for Jurickson Profar. He was in an 0-2 hole, fouled off a bunch, and eventually earns himself a lead walk. That is the 5th walk that Gallen has issued. And now Austin Hedges coming up. Hedges looking down to third base coach Glenn Hoffman for signs. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility here to see Austin try and sacrifice with Josh Naylor on deck. Saw it in the exhibition against the Angels earlier in the week. Hedges put down a perfect sac bunt. Throw to first. Profar back standing. Hedges didn't give anything away, but Torey Lovullo certainly thinking along those same lines. He's got Escobar, the third baseman, up near the grass. Profar leading at first, not running. First pitch to Hedges does not show bunt, and he takes a fastball high, 1-0. Obviously, in a normal year or in the past, Hedges, as the 8-hitter, would not generally think about bunting with the pitcher on deck, but you got Josh Naylor on deck. Very different circumstance. Another throw to first. And again, Profar back pretty easily. That was a 10-pitch walk that Profar collected. Padres 1, Diamondbacks nothing. Bottom of the 4th, another throw to first, and Profar back with a head-first dive. Jurickson stole 9 bases a year ago for the A's, was caught only once. Hedges takes, and a changeup strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Austin 0 for 5 on the young season. Again, looking down to third base coach Glenn Hoffman, who goes through a long series of signs. One ball and one strike. Nope, another throw to first. And again, Profar back standing up. Mentioned the Padres trying to start 3-0 for the first time since 1984. They've done it 2 other times in franchise history. Once was the first ever season when they swept the Astros to start the 1969 campaign. They also did it under the Colonel in 1980, start 3-0. Had a chance to do it last year after beating the Giants' first 2 games of this series, but lost the 3rd game before winning the next day and taking 3 out of 4. Now Hedges shows bunt, but he pulls back and takes a strike. Change-up on the inside corner. Austin didn't think so, and it's now 1-2. Yeah, Padres began last year taking 3 out of 4 from the Giants. This one just feels so much different than that. A, because you got to figure the Diamondbacks are the team I think most people expect the Padres to be jockeying with in the standings this year. And also because in just a 60-game season, every game counts so much more. Here's another 1-2, swing and a miss. Hedges late on the fastball, so he strikes out, is 0 for 2, and 1 down here in the 4th inning.
Padre Team Store, it's now open daily. Stock up on all the new Brown merchandise. Brown and Gold is here, and then cheer on your boys. Visit Padres.com/team store.
Talking about the AL West and Ohtani having a rough return. How about this? Houston Chronicle reporting that the Astros' Justin Verlander is out for the year. Profar runs, gets a huge jump. Throw to second is not in time. Another Padres stolen base. Profar goes to second. The pitch missed to Josh Naylor, so 1-0. But wow, elbow injury for Verlander. Done for the year. Padres will only play 3 games against the Astros. D-backs held things up here just to take a look at the replay, but Profar, great slide. He got the great jump. Clearly safe at second base. So Naylor ahead in the count with a runner in scoring position as the Padres try and add to their 1-0 lead here in the 4th. Here comes the pitch, and Josh takes. That's a changeup outside, 2-0.
You're talking about the Astro series that began the franchise. Well, they won those 3. And John McNamara, the coach, later the manager of the Big Red Machine, said to Preston Gomez, "Hey, Preston, we might be pretty good." And Preston said, "No, we're not." And Preston was right.
2-0 is low, 3-0. So winning 3 in a row now, if you do the math, right, because of the shorter season, winning 3 in a row now is basically the equivalent of an 8-game winning streak in a normal year. And the Padres have not had an 8-game winning streak since August of 2012 when Chase Headley was hitting 800 or whatever. 3-0 pitch, fastball right down the middle, and a strike to Naylor, 3-1. I imagine at some point you'll get sick of hearing things like that. Well, it's the equivalent of X, Y, and Z, but I find it kind of interesting, particularly as we all sort of get a feel for what this 2020 season is. Profar on second base, 1 out. Tatis on deck, and Naylor in the driver's seat, 3-1.
Kevin Ginkel, right-hander warming, Arizona.
3-1 pitch. Woo, just got a piece of the outside corner. Dropped in that curveball again. That's the pitch that Gallen seems most comfortable with today. It goes to 3-2. And his next offering will be his 85th pitch. Padres have made him work. They have taken a lot of close ones. He has thrown exactly the same number of balls and strikes, 42 each. That is not good for a pitcher. Profar at second, 1 out. 3-2 to Naylor. Here comes the pitch from Gallen. No, he'll spin around and watch Profar back to the bag. Mentioned Ginkel. We saw him on Friday night. Had some issues. Charged with all 4 runs that the Padres scored in the 7th. San Diego guy had command issues. Now everybody ready, and the 3-2 pitch to Naylor is taken, and right down the middle, strike 3 call. Just kind of floated a changeup in there. So back-to-back Ks after the lead walk to Profar. As Hedges goes down swinging, now Naylor looking. 5 strikeouts on the afternoon for Gallen. And it'll be left up to Fernando Tatis Jr. to keep this thing going. 85 pitches for Gallen as he works here in the fourth. Fernando 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. One of 5 free passes issued by Gallen today. First pitch this time, and Fernando swings, fouls it off of himself as the ball kind of rolls out to the left of the mound. No balls and a strike to Tatis. Fernando 1 out of 3 with a double and a walk last night. 1 out of 4 with a double and a walk on Friday night. He's already walked here today, so I guess he's got a double now. Long look in by Gallen as Profar leads at second base. Now he's set and ready. The 0-1 pitch to Tatis is swung on and missed. Fastball a little bit up, a little bit away, and Fernando late on it. He's in an 0-2 hole. A couple of winters ago, Fernando won a championship in the Dominican for his hometown team, Estrellas. He says he's approaching this 60-game season like he does winter ball. Just go out, full out all the time. 0-2 pitch, right down the middle at the knees, and a fastball for a strike 3 called. So Gallen in the long battle with Profar issued a lead walk, but then comes back with 3 consecutive strikeouts to end the fourth. We'll go to the fifth. Padres lead 1-0 on the Padres Radio Network.
For nearly 70 years, Subzz Carpet Barn has been San Diego's leader for high-quality flooring at the lowest possible pricing. For a huge selection at everyday lowest prices, visit any Subzz or SubbzCarpet.com.
Subzz Carpet Barn. Come on down, come on down. Yeah!
You hear a lot of talk about family values, but here's the thing. Family is what you make it. Some you're born into, some you build yourself. At Front Wave Credit Union, we fight for our community and every family that calls it home. Those are our values. And because values we got, value you get. With mortgages that can save you a country-sized wad of cash, like purchase, refi, VA, and even no money down options. FrontWave has the loans that make home ownership possible. It's what we do. Get started today at frontwavecu.com. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Sometimes our food is more than just food. It's an integral part of our community. So this year, Discover is giving $5 million to support Black-owned restaurants. To places like Rodney Scott's Barbecue in Charleston, Post Office Pies in Birmingham, Back in the Day Bakery in Savannah, and hundreds more places in your local community, all across the country. Learn how you can show your support at discover.com.
We're all in uncharted territory, looking for ways to support our communities. At Dell Technologies, we're making sure small businesses have the right tech solutions. Dell Technologies advisors are here for you, from helping small businesses stay connected and productive while working remotely with Windows 10 and Microsoft Teams, to rapidly deploying remote work solutions that limit upfront costs with Dell Financial Services. We're standing by you every step of the way. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
This is Ben Higgins. Listen to Ben and Woods from 5 to 9 a.m. on 97.3 The Fan.
Top of the fifth inning at Petco Park. Try and open it up with 3 straight wins over the Diamondbacks. Garrett Richards with the 1-0 lead. Back to work against the bottom of the order. Here's Ted.
All right. Back to work indeed. Garrett's pitch is low, ball 1. Jake Lamb. Was their third baseman. Now playing first. In on him on a fastball, fouled at the plate. 1-1. They got rid of Paul Goldschmidt. 30 home run guy every single year, 100 RBIs every year. Off to the Cardinals. 1-1, swing and a miss. As good a slider as he's thrown lately in this ball game. Ahead of him 1-2. 322 to right field here, 335 to left. 396 straight away. Same thing. Worked again. Hedges said, give me that slider again. He did. Swing and a miss. Dropped by Hedges. He'll pick it up, make the throw. And Lamb is the strikeout victim, number 4 for Garrett Richards. Put out as 2-3.
97.3 The Fan is live and local with John Quintera from noon to 3. Spend your lunch with the coach as he takes your Padre phone calls on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Here's Kevin Crone, C-R-O-N. Garrett deals fastball right down the middle for a strike. He's been averaging about 94. He's had Max early on at 96. He will throw pitch number 65 right here in the 5th. He's where he wants to be. Swing and a miss. Fastball slider on the sequence. A strike. Jesse was talking about his brother CJ plays for the Tigers. He's their first baseman DH in Detroit. Breaking ball inside. He says it hit him. I don't think Rippinger's going to give it to him. He's bringing him back. Second time that's happened in 2 games, and Lovello's coming out to say, "What's the deal, man?"
Yeah, we saw with Profar on the foot, and they reviewed it. It was really hard to tell, and they just kind of kept it as no hit by pitch. It's funny because you're not supposed to argue this year because of social distancing. So Lovello is as much as in the face as you can be from 6 feet away of the plate umpire, Mark Ripperger. I thought it clearly hit him, by the way. And it's reviewable. And now Lovello's been ejected.
There's a slow curveball hit him right. You couldn't, I mean, gee whiz, I don't know how he missed it.
He must have said he didn't try to get out of the way, and we never see them call that.
That is what I was hoping he was saying. That's what set Torrey off as in, hey, nobody ever calls that. All of a sudden you're calling that? But it was egregious. I mean, he literally stood absolutely still and watched it go and hit his elbow and took it. And I'm so glad Rippinger made that call. That's gutsy. If that's the call he made, it has to be, because it clearly hit him, and he did not swing.
Wow.
I love that.
You and I talk about it like once a week, I think.
Yeah.
No, they never call that.
Crone will take the fastball. Still having to work. High, 2-2. Most famous call like that was by Harry Wendelstedt, longtime umpire. The 2-2 ground ball hauled sharply but foul at third base. When Don Drysdale had his consecutive scoreless innings mark moving there for the Dodgers, and Dick Dietz did that very same thing, and it would have produced a run with the bases loaded. And Harry said, nope, not breaking this record that way. He didn't try to get out of the way, put him back to home plate. 2-2, dandy, swing and a miss, strike 3. Oh, that slider, Garrett, it is really good. We saw a bunch of them with Lamet yesterday. 2 away, Garrett Richards with a 1-0 lead and dealing. Here's Nick Ahmed, the shortstop. They've had the Gold Glover him last year and the year before that. He's won 2 straight now. And in left field, of course, with David Peralta winning his first last year. Very solid defense, and they can hit, especially with that ballpark, which is made for hitting. You got your elevation, you got the dryness. Ahmed flew out to ride his first at-bat. There's Garrett outside with a fastball for ball 1. But, I mean, you talk about Ketel Marte. He's a 30 home run guy. Starling Marte might be. With Peralta and Calhoun, that's a lot of power in Chase Field. Swing and a miss. If they had the Padre bullpen, they'd be dangerous.
Yeah, I think the bullpen's certainly the question. And you said it, not only the power, but guys that can run. A lot of doubles and triples to be had at Chase Field. They've led the league or been near the top the last couple of seasons in those departments. And just bringing in another guy who fits perfectly.
Ahmed. 1-1 in play. That shortstop to your shortstop. Tatis, grab. Cross the body throw as he charges him in the grass, and that's the inning. Garrett Richards threw 5 in his Padre 2020 debut after the free starts last year. 1, 2, 3. Middle of the 5th, Padres 1, Diamondbacks nothing. Happy Padres Sunday of baseball on the Padres Radio Network.
Shop GTM stores, including its new Chula Vista location, and find great deals on brand name merchandise for everything you need at up to 70% below other retailers. New merchandise arrives daily. The savings are endless. Find new specials and valuable coupons at gtmstores.com.
Are you an attorney facing patent, trademark, or copyright valuation issues? You need to know Nevium. Nevium is known as the IP valuation experts. Put the leader in brand valuation on your team. Get to know Nevium online at nevium.com.
Woohoo! Wingly chicken for dinner. Sweet. I love wingly chicken and how they use the entire bird from tip to toes. So yummy. Nothing is wasted, so our family dinners are like a trip to flavor country. Vegetarian-fed wingly chicken are gold standard. Gold standard? What does that mean for the chicken, sis?
At Sinley Foods, we're ensuring your visit is safe and comfortable. Taste the difference in a wing-lead chicken. Available at Sinley Foods, 4665 El Cajon Boulevard. This is a lifestyle, not a fad.
Thousands of people are listening to this commercial about how you could save hundreds with Geico. What if we all laughed at once? Worth a shot. 1, 2, 3. Ha ha. Ha ha. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Hey everyone, Tony Gwynn Jr. here from Gwynn and Chris, and it's getting hotter and hotter each day. And that means we have a lot of sun. Why don't you do something to benefit your wallet and the environment? That's as easy as reaching out to my friends at HES Solar. If you're tired of your high cost of electricity, call HES Solar today. Getting a free quote is simple and quick. Call HES Solar at 619-692-2015 or schedule your free energy consultation online at HESsolar.com. That's HESsolar.com.
Jace Tingler from the San Diego Padres, and you're listening to Padres Baseball on 97.3 The Fan.
Matchup in Game 3. The right-handers, Garrett Richards and Zach Gallen. Gallen is done for the day. The pitch count got him. There's a situation that Jesse was talking about. Their bullpen's not strong. So you have that approach at the plate that you take all those pitches and you get him up in the pitch count, you get him out, you have increased your probabilities of winning the game against a mediocre bullpen compared to yours. And that's what they did by getting him up there in the 85 mark during that fourth inning. He's gone, and the left-hander Alex Young will take over.
This pitching change brought to you by the 30 Valvoline Instant Oil Change Centers in San Diego. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for discounts and directions. They are all over the county, ready to help you out. SoCalOilChange.com.
2, 3, 4 batters, as in Here Comes the Lumber. Brought to you by Dixieline Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego contractors and homeowners for over 100 years. Fix it, build it, enjoy it. That means Grisham, Machado, Pham. Alex Young's debut for the year. He's up and in against the lefty from the lefty. Ball one. Working quickly, full windup, and in there for a strike. 1-1. Young is fastball, cutter, curve. Torey Lovello ejected. He didn't violate the 6-foot space. I was watching him. He had a mask on. He stayed 6 feet, but the words are still the same. Certain words, with a mask or not, you can't get away with them. In there for a strike. A ball and 2 strikes. Grisham has walked and grounded out. Big diving stop there at first base, saved a run. Delivering low on that curveball. 2-2. Their bench coach is Luis Urueta. I'm sure he has taken over. 2-2. Swing. Big swing and a miss. Cutter. Strike 3. One away. This is the bottom of the 5th. Here's Manny Machado. Alex Young, like Matt Strom, a Fargo guy. Fargo, North Dakota. Actually from West Fargo. Matt would probably say, oh, we hate those people from West Fargo. It's not like us in Fargo. Lefty deals outside for a ball. One out and a strike. Alex Young, Horned Frog from TCU. Just like former Padre Cash, Andrew. In Fort Worth, Texas. 2-1, little bit low, 3-1. I'm telling you, these players yelling stuff, my sensibilities are being very, very insulted. I think I'm blushing. I think I am. I've never heard these words before. 3-1, low it inside, ball 4. Keep on walking, boys. Keep on walking. Machado will take the walk.
That's 6. So he had 7 walks on Friday, 7 yesterday, 6 today, and we're only in the 5th inning.
First one by Manny in the 3 games. The home run by him yesterday to blow it open. He and Will Myers. Long ball. Tommy Pham. He's walked 4 times already, including in the first inning, then a fly ball. In his second at-bat against Zach Gallen. First one taken for a strike. First major league season last year for him. 7-5 with a 3.56. 17 ball games, 15 starts. Now he's out of the bullpen. Had a nice year. He deals, chopped out, got in on him. Great location. In the proverbial kitchen right there. For no balls and 2 strikes to Tommy Pham.
Meanwhile, Garrett Richards is at 73 pitches. I think he's certainly built up more than well enough to go beyond that if the Padres feel comfortable with the way he's throwing the ball. He threw 79 pitches in the exhibition this week, but they do have Javi Garrett throwing in the bullpen.
Pham lays off outside. Yeah, he's going to chase that, You got the wrong guy. Waste went away. This guy doesn't chase. His chase rate is terrific. As on the positive side. One, 2. In the air, straight away, center field. Step back, then coming on in. Starling Marte makes the grab 2 away. Machado back to first base. Alex Young, while at TCU, was drafted by the Texas Rangers and stayed in school. Diamondbacks getting after that. Having a great start to the year. Boy, that's great to see. Eric Hosmer. 2 bases clearing, bases loaded doubles in the same game for the first time in Padre history on opening day. Ill yesterday, a walk and a home run today for the Padre run. The run. Back in the 3rd inning. Throw to first. On the bag, Machado. Young deals off the end of the bat. Shallow left out on the grass. The shortstop, Ahmed, backpedaling and making a grab. Wound up about 20 feet out there. So outside that pitch, breaking ball away, went with it and popped it up. The walk and another man left for the boys. They've left 7 here today, but they lead. That's what it's all about. Official game after 5. 1-0. My Padres. Sunday Baseball, the Padres Radio Network. That's Ted Leitner. If you're thinking about a new car, used car, think safe, think cool, think Subaru. Do as I did. Go to the #1 dealer. Why not go to #1? And that's not just Uncle Teddy's opinion. That's the Subaru 2010 to 2020 Subaru sales report will tell you that. And I always like to shop where I have a friend, where I know someone. I can pick up a phone or I have a question. I have a friend at Kearney Mesa Subaru. So do you. General Manager Dave McCracken. Sunroads, Kearney Mesa Subaru. Just minutes from anywhere in San Diego or at KearneyMesaSubaru.com.
Mozzie is the premier heating and air expert. Right now, save up to $2,100 or get a free high-efficiency air cleaner with your new install.
And they're now offering free virtual estimates for new installations. Visit Mozzie.com, MAUZY.com.
Tony Gwynn Jr. here. Guess whose pet cleans up real well, Padre fans? Mine. And I owe it all to the Petco Salon. Yep, all of us at the San Diego Padres are big fans of the way the certified stylists at Petco keep our pets looking as good as they feel. If you want your furry buddy to rock nearly as much style as my man Fernando Tatis Jr. does, book an appointment at your local Petco grooming salon and watch those pet lovers work their magic. Petco, the official pet coach of the San Diego Padres.
The 2020 census is about the next 10 years, but the time to respond is now.
The power to change our community is in your hands. Grab it. The 2020 census is about funding for hospitals, emergency services, and more.
It even informs congressional representation.
Make sure you count little kids and babies who live with you, even roommates.
The clock is ticking, but you still have time to make a difference. Shape your future today by going to 2020census.gov.
Paid for by U.S. Census Bureau.
This is Coach Quintero. Listen to the John Quintero Show weekdays from noon to 3 p.m. on 97.3 The Fan.
Here, the Padres trying to make it the first three in a row. As we stopped at the top of the broadcast today, at the top of the game in the broadcast, it was that they were one of three teams undefeated in Major League Baseball, Astros, Cardinals, and the Padres. Well, guess what? The Cardinals have lost, the Astros have lost, so if you win here, you'll be the only team in Major League Baseball that is undefeated after three. Hey, take it. All that kind of stuff. Take it. Garrett Richards in his first start of the year is done. The right-hander from Panama, Javi Guerra, will come on for the second time in the series. Delivering here in the top half of this fifth inning. First one, strike call. Gentlemen, start your guns. We're starting out slider. He was at 99 when he came in opening day. Faced one batter, actually two batters, walked one, got the other one, and delivering 98 MPH, fouled away third base.
And it's a different kind of role for Javi, as he's still kind of learning to be a pitcher at this level. Coming in, middle innings, one-run game.
Interesting choice for a young guy, Comes set, glove right by his face. You went, I thought. Oh, my goodness. Checked on a slider. They appealed to third, said he did not. Ketel Marte, top of the order, and taken low. Jesse was talking about their extra base hits available in that ballpark, plus the home run ball, roof closed or open. Flies better when it's open. He led the league in triples last year with 10, Ketel Marte. Fastball high. Javi, full count.
Yeah, Ketel Marte last year was MVP-ish. He really was for the Diamondbacks. I think a bit under the radar because of where he plays. We know about that. Great season.
There's one. Came right in. Didn't want to walk him. A fastball line to center field for a base hit. Marte is so good, as noted. Doubled in the third. Singled here in the sixth. It'll be David Peralta on the left side against the right-hander Guerra. Pitching change is brought to you by Lucia Capital Group. Financial planning designed to give you the retirement income you need when you need it, right here in San Diego. LuciaCapital.com. Registered investment advisor. Padre run, third inning. Home run, Eric Hosmer. Never heard that name before. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm so glad for him. Peralta swinging a great stop. And a pickup there, catch by Hedges. Strike one. Because he was so popular in Kansas City, and he was there as part of their, the World Championship after a 30-year desert, dried out, bad stretch, just like Pittsburgh had. But Pittsburgh didn't get the title. KC did. Haas was a huge part of that. He'll always be a huge part of Kansas City baseball history because of it. And with his personality and leadership, they love him there. Check swing is low. We were imparting that to Padre fans, but he just hadn't hit well and hadn't played as good as he's supposed to play defensively based on those gold gloves in Kansas City. So I love to see it because if he had played at the KC level, he'd be as popular as anybody here. Peralta, a strikeout and a walk against Garrett Richards. This ball is in the air down the left field line. Long run in the corner in the foul territory. Leaping on the wall. Got the ball. Great catch. Tommy Pham went out of camera range, crossed into foul territory, made the leap, two-hand grab, and bounced off the wall. Lovely, lovely.
Make the switch to solar, and HES Solar will give you $1,000 cash back. Learn more at HESSolar.com. HES Solar, the official solar provider of the Padres Radio Network. Is that the best defensive play we've had on the season so far?
I guess, yeah. And it was not, a star-hanging spectacular one. Just kind of a leap up right by the wall.
Are we hanging the star, by the way, with no fans? I don't think we discussed this.
I think we are.
Okay.
I just thought that Dave, who is the judge, the number one judge, I'm number 3, you're number 2. Dave gave it that kind of a shoulder shrug that he does, and he didn't throw it. This one's chopped foul, third base.
So he has the star, the physical star.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. He takes it home with him. If it's in his car, he brings it in. He's always with it. Part of his deal, part of his contract.
He buffs it and waxes it between homestands.
That's right.
Yeah.
Marte struck out twice against Garrett Richards, who went 5. A one-hit shutout. Huh. Strike delivered by Javi Guerra. Gun, 98 miles an hour, 0-2. Got Marte, then Escobar. Garrett, the 5 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. You'll take it. A third straight, solid 5+ start by the Padres. Paddock. Lamet, Richards. Runner at first with 1 gone. Hodge holding on. Javi deals. Perfect location in. Swing and a miss. That was a perfect fastball. In under the arms. You had no chance, let alone 98 mph. Strikeout. 2 gone. His first strikeout of the year. I guarantee you it won't be his last. Station identification. Next from Petco and the Padres Radio Network.
KWFN-FM and KWFN HD1 San Diego, a radio.com sports station.
Hi, I'm catcher Austin Hedges of the San Diego Padres, and you're listening to the home of the Padres, 97.3 The Fan.
Uncle Teddy Jesse, proud to be amongst you here on this Sunday. And to say wish you were here is as obvious as can be. The understatement of the year. First pitch fastball again for 98. Again, strike call to Escobar, the switch hitter, on the left side here against Javi Guerra. From Panama. Low in the dirt. Blocked again by Hedges. Is nobody better. Nobody better in skills. Just talk to the scouts. We hear it all the time. In terms of pitch framing, handling a staff, leadership, blocking balls, throwing. I believe now with Yadier Molina being, into the mid-30s, so that you have the best catcher in baseball right here. Especially with Buster Posey not playing this year. In terms of that argument, fastball foul down the left field line, out of play. 1-2. Posey and his wife had adopted twin girls, and in terms of they're usually premature twins. I've been through that, I know. And bringing them home, there's no way he was going to be in contact with anybody during the course of the summer with those girls. And everybody in the Giants knew exactly why, and they certainly approved and thought he did the smart thing, the only thing. Go to first. Nothing to do. Not close. Escobar's 0 for 2. Escobar's 0 for 10 in the series. And this is a big-time player right here. Javi. He went slider, he went outside and missed. 2-2. Escobar's played every position but first base during his major league career.
Like, how has that not happened at this point? Just to check the box. He's pitched and caught, for goodness sake.
I know. 2-2, line to right field, a base hit. Caught the plate with that slider. The previous one was better. Got to run now, have that runner all the way around, going to third base. That is Ketel Marte. The tying run, 90 feet away with 2 gone.
Very interesting here for Jace Tingler, the only guy throwing in the bullpen, and now Guerra, of course, has faced 4 men, so he can come out. It's the lefty Tim Hill, recently acquired from Kansas City, and Hill was kind of looked at least on the outside, as a lefty specialist. Well, you've got a right-handed batter coming up a left-handed batter coming up in Cole Calhoun, but you have to figure they'll probably pinch hit for him, and we'll get to see Hill versus a righty in his debut, it appears.
Well, Tim has always said, I want that opportunity. I know I can get right-handers out. I've done that through my career. He came out here the other day in his intra-squad game, and he struck out all 3 batters. Nice little debut, but that was when it did not count. Now it will count for this Palomar College kid coming in to make his Padre debut to hold a 1-0 lead. Runners at the corners, 2 away in the top of the 6th. Back at Petco on the Padres Radio Network.
Did you know Geico's now offering an extra 15% credit on car and motorcycle policies? That's 15% on top of what Geico could already save you. So what are you waiting for? Your goldfish to sing Bizet's Carmen? There's never been a better time to switch to Geico. Save an extra 15% when you switch by October 7th. Limitations apply. Visit geico.com for details.
Handling San Diego's biggest cases, Gomez Trial Attorneys help families and businesses that have suffered injury and harm. They understand what you're going through and are ready to help. They'll stand beside you and fight and get the justice you deserve.
I'm John Gomez, and over the past 15 years, Gomez Trial Attorneys have a track record taking on San Diego's biggest cases and getting the best results for our clients.
Gomez Trial Attorneys, San Diego's serious personal injury lawyers.
Need a lawyer? Our San Diego County Bar Association connects you with trusted lawyers in over 40 practice areas. You receive 30 minutes of free help from a lawyer, and many offer a flat fee. Need a lawyer? Visit needalawyersandiego.com. That's needalawyersandiego.com.
What's up? This is Trent Grisham from the San Diego Padres. You're listening to Padres Baseball on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Your left-hander, Tim Hill, acquired from Kansas City during spring training, or the summer camp, as it were. I'd love to say summer camp. Has great memories. Great memories. He will come in with the tying run 90 feet away. First time today, Diamondbacks at the corners and 2 away. And Cole Calhoun, the left-hander, will be allowed to stay in there and face Tim Hill. That helps in terms of the move here by Jay Stigler.
Yeah, in his career, Calhoun about 20 points less batting average against lefties than righties.
Sidearmer deals. Fouled at the plate for strike 1. So we talked about Hill having stopped at Palomar College. Cancer survivor. He's had a rocky road, and he's hung in there big time. He deals. Fastball inside. 1-1 to Calhoun. On the day, walk. 2 of the 3 walks allowed by Garrett Richards. Mention Calhoun played for Pat Murphy, former Padre interim manager, during Pat's time at Arizona State following Notre Dame. This one almost hit him. Very close. Did a bridge, wound up on the stomach. Did not hit him. 2-1.
And Tim Hill, if you haven't seen him throw, I mean, he is way down under with that delivery. True sidearm. Says he's always thrown that way. Wasn't something that was developed to try and get guys out. That's just my natural arm slot.
He sets, he deals. Nope. Low. 3-1. After Calhoun is right-hander Carson Kelly. Pitching change brought to you by GTM Stores. GTM stocks the shelves daily with thousands of name brands. Items you need up to 70% off below other retailers. Subscribe at gtmstores.com for a 20% coupon. As in 20% off. 1-0 Padres. First and third, 2 gone, 3-1. Fouled out of play. Straight on back. Third base. Full count. That runner will be going from first base. That matters. That's the potential go-ahead run. Ketel Marte, who led with a single, went to third on the single by Escobar. He is at third. 75-degree at game time. Diamondbacks. 2 hits in an inning for the first time today. Came with the sidearm fastball. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Climb the ladder. Calhoun down. Big time debut for Tim Hill. The bullpen continues to be what people thought it would be around baseball. Terrific. No runs. 2 hits. Runners left to the corner. The lead belongs to the only undefeated team at this stage right now in baseball. To the bottom of the 6th, 1-0 Padres. Padres Radio Network.
Nobody likes an old, yuck, ugly bathroom, so contact Miramar Kitchen and Bath. They're the kitchen and bathroom remodel specialists. Call Miramar Kitchen and Bath at 858-271-8434.
Contractors license 657-333.
Miramar Kitchen and Bath.
Right now, getting a great deal on a new Toyota is easy. With huge factory cashback offers at the We Make It Easy sales event. Get $2,500 back on a new 2020 Tundra, Avalon, or Avalon Hybrid. $2,000 back on Prius Prime. $1,000 back on Camry, Highlander, 4Runner, Tacoma, or any RAV4, including RAV4 Hybrid. Must take delivery from 2020 new car dealer stock by midnight August 3rd. Excludes TRD Pro.
BuyAToyota.com is Toyota's central for all things Toyota. At BuyAToyota.com, you can get product information, compare models, check out all the latest offers, find a dealer, search our inventory. You can even set up a test drive. The road to a great deal on a new Toyota car, truck, or SUV starts here at BuyAToyota.com.
We make it easy on you.
Rowan Electric, family-owned and operated for over 30 years, would like to thank its employees for maintaining professionalism and safety while working through the COVID crisis. Thanks for practicing extra safety precautions even when it's been inconvenient. Rowan Electric would also like to thank AmeriCare, the Robert Greene Company, the Herman Construction Group, and ServiceNow for their trusted partnership during these past few months. Thank you for allowing Rowan to be an important part of your building project. Rowan Electric is proud to serve the electric and building needs of all Southern California businesses. Visit rowanelectric.com.
This is Tony Gwynn Jr. from Gwynn and Chris. You're listening to Padres Baseball on 97.3 The Fan.
Thank you, T. Jr. Here is Will Myers in the bottom of the 6. 6, 7, 8 batters for the homeboys. Hanging on to a 1-0 ball game. What a great pitching job so far in this series. First pitch is a changeup from Alex Young. Strike called. Young in relief of Gallen. Guerra and Hill so far. Release of Garrett Richards. Relief of Will, home run yesterday. Check swing, but it's a strike. 0-2. So far today, a ground ball and a strikeout. Young deals. That's a chop foul straight on back. Tell you what, no offense to Torre Lavello, but if I've got a sidearmer, that extreme sidearm from first base of Tim Hill, I'm not leaving Cole Calhoun, the left-hander, in there. Established major leaguer or not, and a big strikeout guy too, as well as a big home run guy too. Will fouls it back. It stays 0-2.
Yeah, I thought for certain when Jace Tingler went out there to put Tim Hill into the game that we were going to see either Ildemaro Vargas or Christian Walker pinch hit.
Gee whiz, I'm going for Walker myself. Will is way out in front of that curveball. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout for Young in his second inning of relief.
And I mean, you should be, and I think you will be as a manager, or in this case, I guess a bench coach, more aggressive pinch hitting situationally because you don't have to worry about hitting for pitchers anymore in the National League.
Yep. The dreaded designated hitter. It's like a horror movie. It's a Stephen King movie. But it seems natural to me already after 3 games, so you never know how you're going to react. Swing and a miss on the changeup. Jurickson Profar, single and walk on both times. 4 walks in the series already. That fastball's right down the middle, taken for a strike. Young. 0-2. And dealing in the dirt. 7 wins as a rookie. But like we said, starting 15 times. To the Padre, one of the Padre new guys, Profar, outside. A ball, 2-2. Padre run, home run. Eric Hosmer, third inning, solo. That's it. Quick summary of the scoring. Reaching out there on the changeup, the shortstop. Ahmed coming in, Gold Glover for the last 2 years. Easy play in time, and 2 gone. The MLB app is the place to get all your baseball action. In-game video, highlights, live pitch by pitch, breaking news, player updates, all that good stuff, leaderboard, standings. Yes, my Padres will probably have a good chance to continue to be at the top. I don't care if it's 3 games. I've been waiting a long time for a team this good. Long time. Download the MLB app today. #1 app for live baseball. First pitch, swinging, ground ball right into the shift on the left side. Grab, throw, Ketel Marte. Second baseman playing over on the shortstop side. Hedge is gone with an 0 for 3, and the Padres go 1-2-3 after 6 full. Uncle Teddy and Jesse, happy and proud to be amongst you here. They're playing ball, 1-0 San Diego on the Padres Radio Network.
Geico gets you access to licensed agents 24/7, which means that Geico is always there for you. If only everyone was always there for you. Like your mom, when you fill out really, really important paperwork on the first day of a new job.
Name, check. Birthday, Social Security. Is that a thing? Hey, Mom, what is my Social Security number? Mom. Okay, let's guess. 0017. Oh, Gemini. Hashtag. Done.
Geico, always there for you with savings and 24/7 access to licensed agents.
As you get back to business, small things can make a big difference. Like marking safe distances with floor tape and posting reminders to wash hands. As always, Grainger is here to help, offering supplies and solutions for every industry. Free access to product specialists, 24/7 support, safety recovery guides, and more. It's part of our commitment to help you adapt and recover in these challenging times. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Indeed knows you've got big goals for your business, and we understand hiring is a crucial part of that. You need to hire people who will make a real impact. Indeed can help you find those important hires faster while paying only for what you need without any long-term contracts, thanks to our super flexible payment options. Start finding your important hire today with a free $75 credit for your first job post and get in front of more quality candidates. Go to Indeed.com/high impact. That's Indeed.com/high impact. Terms and conditions apply.
From muscle pain, body aches, to strains, Blue Emu Maximum Arthritis. It works fast and you won't stink. Its unique formula with emu oil penetrates deep to relieve arthritis pain, sore muscles, joints, and more.
This is Will Myers from the San Diego Padres. The Padres play here on 97.3 The Fan.
First Sunday of baseball in the 60-game season of Major League Baseball this year. Drew Pomerantz joining the Padres for the second time. He will come on here for his second appearance. Padres get the long ball. They doubled him to death opening day. Got the 2 home runs yesterday. Myers and Machado, the M-Boys, the M&Ms. And the one today by the double boy from opening day, Eric Hosmer. Catcher Carson Kelly will lead off. First pitch fastball, strike call from Drew Pomerantz, the left-hander. Out of here to Boston and Milwaukee now. Check swing. They appeal. No, he did not. I did not think so. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the 7th inning. Short nap. Okay. 1-1, 1-0. Here's Jesse.
Thank you. And the 1-1 is a fastball strike on the outside corner.
Jesse, you want to do this? You want to do the 7th and 8th?
Sure.
If you want to, it's okay.
I appreciate it very much.
Oh, sure.
How about I throw it back to you for the 9th?
That's a good idea.
All right, we'll do it.
Very good.
Call it a plan.
That'll work.
Kelly 0 for 2 on the day. Ground out, fly out, and almost a strikeout right there. 1-2 fastball just a bit outside from Pomerantz. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Diamondback catcher. Lamb to follow, and then the number 8 hitter DH, Kevin Cron. Padres a 1-0 lead. Hosmer's homer back in the third inning. As this one is lined foul the other way down the right field line into the seats. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes on Carson Kelly. Garrett Richards started 5 shutout innings, 1 hit allowed, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. Here comes the 2-2 from Pomerantz. Check swing on a pitch in. They appeal. No. First base umpire Quinn Walcott said he held up. So the count fills up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. It felt a little bit like a quick hook for Garrett Richards, the way it felt a little bit like a quick hook for Dinelson Lamet last night. And I think that's something we've talked about. You're going to see that this year. 3-2 pitch is outside, ball 4. So Kelly draws a lead walk against Drew Pomerantz here to start the 7th. Tying run aboard with the left-hand hitting Jake Lamb coming up, and he will be pinch hit 4. It's like Ildemaro Vargas against the lefty Pomerantz. Jace Tingler, basically, before the season began, described the way he would handle his pitching staff thusly. His words, not mine. Like every game is a postseason game. That gives you a pretty good idea of where they're coming from here. Vargas, switch hitter, batting right-handed, takes a fastball outside, 1-0. We didn't see him in yesterday's game. He struck out as a pinch hitter in the 8th inning in the opener on Friday. Pomerantz pitched in the opener on Friday, a 1-2-3 8th inning, and Vargas was the first guy he faced. Different situation here today in the 7th. 1-0 Padres. Man on, nobody aboard, and the 1-0 to Vargas is a fastball called strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Pomerantz relieves Tim Hill, who faced 1 batter in his Padre debut last inning. It was Cole Calhoun, and he struck him out. Pitching change brought to you by the 30 Valvoline Instant Oil Change Centers in San Diego. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for discounts and directions. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ildemaro Vargas waits, takes, and the curveball back by his feet. Count goes to 2-1. Vargas hitting for the left-handed batting Jake Lamb, who was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Hit for Lamb the other night, hitting for Lamb again today. And on Friday, he stayed in to play first base. Imagine that'll be the case again this afternoon. 2-1. Here's the pitch from Pomerantz. And a fastball pretty much down the middle at 96 mph. Evens up 2 balls, 2 strikes. Padres a 7-2 win on Friday night, a 5-1 win last night, and up 1-0 here in the 7th inning today. Two balls and 2 strikes to Ildemaro Vargas. Here comes the pitch from Pomerantz, and a pop-up into shallow right field. Myers charging over towards the line, coming in. He will not have a play. Ball ends up about 10 rows beyond the auxiliary dugout down the right field line. So still 2-2 on Ildemaro Vargas. 10 years in the minor leagues for Vargas. And you say, why do they use him as the pinch hitter against the lefty? Well, a season ago, he hit .340 against southpaws. Pomerantz struck him out the other night, though, and on 2-2, he slaps one foul the other way, battling. You can hear the Diamondback dugout really encouraging him, and that was one of the cool things last inning when Tim Hill struck out Cole Calhoun to end the 6th. And Strand runners at the corners, obviously with no fans here, able to hear everything. And the Padre bench just exploded. They were so into it. They were so pumped up for Hill. And again, his first appearance as a Padre gets a huge strikeout to end the inning. And it was kind of neat to be able to hear that reaction. Normally we can't. 2-2, tapped foul behind the plate. And this battle continues between Vargas and Pomerantz.
Padres had a 10-year minor leaguer one time, catcher named Mandy Romero. 10 years in the minors. Never a sniff of the majors. Padres picked him up and went to Florida. Boats used him as a pinch hitter, swung at the first pitch, and popped up and out. Came to the dugout, and Boat said to him, "You waited 10 years for that?"
Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss. Finally got him with a curveball. And for the second time in 3 days, Pomerantz strikes out Vargas. 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. I mean, what are the odds that in a situation like that, the guy does not swing at the first pitch he sees?
I'm in a show, man. I'm in a show. I ain't going to walk. I ain't going to stay in the show by putting my back on, bat on the shoulder. Just didn't work out, that's all.
DH Kevin Cron, big hulking Right-handed hitter with one out and a man on first base. Padres lead by a run in the 7th. Pomeranz looking for a ground ball. And the first pitch curveball down and in, 1-0. Cron struck out in his last turn at bat. That was in the 5th inning, and it was kind of an eventful plate appearance. He was hit on the elbow. And home plate umpire Mark Ripperger called him back. Said either he leaned into it or he didn't get out of the way. Didn't give him the hit by pitch. And Diamondback manager Torey Lovullo was ejected. Here, a big swing and a fly ball high but not deep into right. Opposite field for him. Myers is there. Will makes the catch. Kelly goes back to first base. 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Start earning points today to use toward exclusive rewards. Get 5 Compadres Fan Rewards points by entering the code SLUGGER in Compadres Fan Rewards. If you're not enrolled in the Padres free loyalty program, download the MLB Ballpark app to sign up today. So a lead walk to Carson Kelly, but he's still on first base with 2 outs. And the number 9 hitter, Nick Ahmed, 0 for the season coming to the plate. An 0 for 8 start at the dish for the Diamondback shortstop. First pitch from Pomeranz. Goes to the backstop as it goes off Hedges' glove, and that will send the tying run into scoring position as Kelly goes to second base on what I imagine is going to be the second passed ball in as many games charged to Austin Hedges. It was a curveball that kind of slipped out of Pomeranz's hands, but Hedges just had to reach up and away for it, and it glanced off the catcher's mitt. Boy, all the things you don't expect to see from Austin Hedges. It would be 2 passed balls in 2 games, but that's what you got. So Kelly now at second base. And the 1-0 is in. 2 balls and no strikes on Ahmed. Last year, Nick Ahmed hit .254 with 19 homers, 33 doubles, 6 triples. Career highs in batting average, home runs, runs batted in, hits. Drove in more runs than any Diamondback shortstop ever had. Here's the 2-0. That's a fastball right down the middle at 95. 2-1 from Pomeranz. Point being, he's not an automatic out by any stretch of the imagination. Don't let the fact that he's a slick fielding shortstop batting 9th fool you. There's a right-hander up in the Padre bullpen. It's Pierce Johnson. One nothing San Diego in the top of the 7th. Runner on second, 2 outs, 2 balls and a strike to count to Nick Ahmed. Pomeranz kicks and delivers, and a foul ball out of play, upper deck right side, and the count is 2-2. Drew trying to work around the lead walk and the passed ball.
If I'm Drew Pomeranz with that curveball, I'm throwing it right here, 2-2. Not throwing him a fastball. He got first base open also.
Hedges just called time, and then he and Pomeranz both took out their little index cards to figure out what sequence of signs they're using right here with a man on second base looking in. We've talked about that a lot the last few years. Teams have gotten ultra paranoid, and with very good reason, of sign stealing. 2-2 the count to Ahmed. The pitch on the way and a little bit low with the aforementioned curveball, so the count is full, 3-2.
McKinley Jansen with the Dodgers last year with the runner at second. Got so paranoid he yelled to the umpire, I'm balking. I'm balking. He wanted to move that runner to third base and not let him be able to steal the signs. I've never seen that in my life.
Yeah, incredible. 3-2 to Nick Ahmed. Pomeranz ready, and the pitch is grounded to the left side. Fernando Tatis gobbles it up, left to the bag, throw to first in time, and the inning is over. So Pomeranz does work around the lead walk. He does work around the pass ball, and we have reached the middle of the 7th inning as the Padres continue to lead the Diamondbacks by a score of 1-0. Eric Hosmer's 3rd inning home run with 2 outs continuing to hold up here. Padres will try and add on in the bottom of the 7th with Josh Naylor, Fernando Tatis Jr., and Trent Grisham coming up. On this military opening day at Petco Park, we're very pleased and honored to bring you the singing of God Bless America. Musician Petty Officer 3rd Class Taylor Johns of the Navy Band Southwest will sing for those of us who are here at Petco Park.
the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Musician Petty Officer Third Class Taylor Johns of the Navy Band Southwest. Padres going to try and add to their 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 7th next on the Padres Radio Network.
Nobody likes an old, yuck, ugly bathroom, so contact Miramar Kitchen and Bath. They're the kitchen and bathroom remodel specialists. Call Miramar Kitchen and Bath at 858-271-8434.
Contractors license 657333.
Miramar Kitchen and Bath.
The San Diego Food Bank is partnering with the Padres Radio Network to help feed local low-income military families. The need for food assistance has skyrocketed due to COVID-19. Please help feed families in need. Sign up to volunteer or donate at SanDiegoFoodBank.org.
New Bud Light Seltzer, huh?
Yep.
And it tastes like a hard seltzer, not a beer?
Yep.
So it's light and refreshing?
Yep.
With a hint of fruit flavor?
Yep.
And 100 calories?
Yep.
You said this is Bud Light Seltzer?
Yep.
Well, I need to try it.
Yep.
Oh, that tastes great.
Yep.
Now, wait. Are you just yupping me?
Nope.
Bud Light Seltzer. Unquestionably good. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer. IRC Beers. Beer in Texas. St. Louis, Missouri.
Woohoo! Wingly chicken for dinner.
Sweet. I love wingly chicken and how they use the entire bird from tip to toes.
So yummy. Nothing is wasted, so our family dinners are like a trip to flavor country.
Vegetarian-fed wingly chicken are gold standard.
Gold standard? What does that mean for the chicken, sis?
At Sinley Foods, we're ensuring your visit is safe and comfortable. Taste the difference in a wing lead chicken. Available at Sinley Foods, 4665 El Cajon Boulevard. This is a lifestyle, not a fad.
Need a lawyer? Our San Diego County Bar Association connects you with trusted lawyers in over 40 practice areas. You receive 30 minutes of free help from a lawyer, and many offer a flat fee. Need a lawyer? Visit needalawyersandiego.com. That's needalawyersandiego.com.
This is Jim Rome. You are listening to Padres Baseball on 97.3 The Fan.
Padres lead the Diamondbacks 1-0 in the bottom of the 7th inning with Ted Leitner and our producer-engineer Dave Marcus. I'm Jesse Agler. Josh Naylor leading off against the lefty Alex Young, and he gets an ugly swing and a miss. And a good curveball, 0-1. Young came on in the 5th inning and still working here in the 7th, at least for the moment, with the left-hand hitting Naylor at the plate. Young made his big league debut last year. We saw him on the final day of the regular season. As he hits the top of the zone to Naylor, jumps in front of him, 0-2. Tatis and Grisham to follow. Diamondbacks used an opener that day, Sunday, September 29th, a year ago. It was Taijuan Walker, and then Young came in. Here's a ground ball slowly to the right side and into the shift. The middleman, Marte, has it. He bobbled it, throws to first, not in time. Naylor was running hard all the way on what was truly a routine ground ball into the shift. But because he was running hard, the bobble cost Marte, at least for the moment. Diamondbacks are holding up play, want to see if they want to challenge this one, but for the moment, Naylor has reached on what will likely be an error by Ketel Marte, and looking at the replay, I think he was absolutely safe. They do call it an error. There will not be a review, and that will be the end of the afternoon for Alex Young with Fernando Tatis Jr. coming up.
Wasn't even close play.
Nope. So Young, really good. Walked a man in the 5th, 1-2-3 in the 6th. Should have had the out against the lefty here in the 7th, but a defensive miscue by Ketel Marte puts the leadoff man aboard for the Padres, and a pitching change for the Diamondbacks here in the 7th. Tatis coming up. Pods looking to add on to their 1-0 lead on the Padres Radio Network.
Woohoo! Wingly chicken for dinner.
Sweet. I love wingly chicken and how they use the entire bird from tip to toes.
So yummy. Nothing is wasted, so our family dinners are like a trip to flavor country.
Vegetarian-fed wingly chicken are gold standard.
Gold standard? What does that mean for the chicken, sis?
At Sinley Foods, we're ensuring your visit is safe and comfortable. Taste the difference in a wing lead chicken. Available at Sinley Foods, 4665 El Cajon Boulevard. This is a lifestyle, not a fad.
Locally owned and operated Rochambeau Shades is revolutionizing sunglasses and prescription eyewear for the entire family. Made in Italy and assembled in San Diego. They are virtually unbreakable and bend-in half flexible. Rochambeaus offer 5 sizes of polarized sunglasses from baby through adult, starting at just $20. Plus, order prescription glasses in their game-changing unbreakable frames right to your door, starting at just $69. Let the other team overpay for shades. Check out Rochambeaus.com. That's ROSHAMBOS.com. Proud fans of our home team.
The San Diego Food Bank is partnering with the Padres Radio Network to help feed local low-income military families. The need for food assistance has skyrocketed due to COVID-19. Please help feed families in need. Sign up to volunteer or donate at SanDiegoFoodBank.org.
This is Fernando Tatis Jr. from the San Diego Padres. You're listening to Padres Baseball.
This pitching change is brought to you by Lucia Capital Group. Retirement can be downright scary without a financial plan. Get your free Social Security Decision Kit today at freedecisionkit.com. A registered investment advisor not affiliated with SSA. Padres with a leadoff man aboard thanks to an error by second baseman Ketel Marte here in the bottom of the 7th. They lead 1-0. And Fernando Tatis Jr. coming up looking for his first hit of the day. Tatis will face Kevin Ginkel, the San Diegan, who made his 2020 debut here on opening day Friday night. And Ginkel had issues in the 7th inning. Came on to face Greg Garcia, got him, but then things really started to spool away from him, and he ended up walking Tatis. A few batters later, Eric Hosmer would have his second 3-run double of the night. Fernando today 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. He's got Naylor on first, nobody out, lays off a pitch on the dirt, bounces in front of the plate. Naylor takes off for second, he'll get there ahead of the throw from Kelly, and now he's out. Naylor overslid. He was there, he was safe, and then he wasn't. So each team with a mistake in the inning, a defensive miscue by Marte to put Naylor aboard, and then on a wild pitch, Josh able to get down to second base. He went in hard, he went in head first, and he slid right over the bag at second. So just like that, 1 out, nobody on for Tatis. Escobar, the third baseman, cheats in a bit in case Fernando tries to bunt his way aboard. And Tatis swings and misses at a good breaking ball from Ginkel. That's the slider that we saw, and when he had command of it the other night, he was untouchable. The problem for him was that that command went up and down in a very big way. So Ginkel trying to have a bounce-back outing here. Delivers a 1-1 that Tatis smacks into right field. That'll be a base hit. Fernando aboard safely with a base hit for the 3rd consecutive game to start the season. And a 1-out single to the opposite field puts Tatis aboard for Trent Grisham.
Well, that mistake is cost. I mean, he overslid the bag. His feet were a foot beyond it, and he was on his stomach, and he looked back, and he knew he was off the bag, and he was frozen. He couldn't do anything. Couldn't get back there.
But you're right. If Naylor slides in safely, probably first and third, nobody out right now.
Yeah, would not have scored on that. It was hit too hard.
Yeah. So now Trent Grisham, he's 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Grisham hit 9th each of the first 2 games of the season. He's in the 2-hole today. And a throw to first to check on Fernando. Gets back standing up. Tatis, of course, more than capable and more than happy to swipe a bag. He had 16 stolen bases in his abbreviated rookie season last year. Was caught 6 times. First pitch to Grisham. Tatis not running, and a check swing grounder foul into the Diamondback dugout on the left side. 0-1 on the Padres center fielder, Trent Grisham. Grisham 1 for 3 with a walk in each of the first 2 games of this series. Just 23 years old. Left-handed hitter. Another throw to first. Closer this time as Fernando goes back with a head-first dive. Ildemaro Vargas, who pinch hit for Jake Lamb, has stayed in to play first base. He applied the tag, but it was late. No balls and a strike on Grisham. Fernando not running. Pitch down by the feet. It'll go to the backstop. Tatis is on his way to second. He, as always, will take an aggressive turn around the bag and stop right there. Boy, what a job by Trent Grisham to somehow get out of the way. I thought for sure that thing was going to hit him in the foot, but he jumped and put both feet up in the air so that the ball would get beyond him. And Tatis ends up at second base with a wild pitch. We just mentioned the Ginkel command issues. Really should have been the second wild pitch of the inning. Calling that one a pass ball. A fastball in the dirt. Can't be a pass ball.
No way. No way. Got to change that.
Yeah. Now they're saying wild pitch. Here's Grisham taking a strike at the top of the zone now with a man in scoring position. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tatis on second with world-class speed. Ball and 2 strikes on the left-hand hitting Trent Grisham. Here's the pitch, and it is just up out of the zone at 95 miles an hour, 2-2.
Here's the scorer, Bill Zavostovsky. Never makes a mistake. You know why? He's my statistician on Aztec football for the last 20 years. I know he never makes a mistake. At least not in football. And very few would see here. And in this ballpark we've had through the years. Never one of those roll your eyes and wonder what they're thinking kind of a call, which is nice. Professional and good.
2-2, swing and a miss. Good slider. Grisham strikes out. So 2 down. Tatis at second base. It will be left up to Manny Machado.
Spend your afternoons with Glenn and Chris as they get ready for the Padre game on each and every night on San Diego's #1 station for sports, 97.3 The Fan.
Manny will not have the opportunity to do what he did in last night's game, which is hit a late home run to ice the game. 2-run shot in the 7th yesterday. This time he has intentionally walked. So that is the 7th walk issued by Diamondback pitching here today. Padres have walked 7 times now in all 3 games. Tommy Pham, the batter, now with 2 on and 2 out. Padres leading 1-0 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pham 0 for 2 with a walk. First pitch is a fastball strike at 95 on the outer half. 0-1. Pham flew out to deep right field in the 3rd inning. Just missed his first home run as a Padre. Great catch up against the wall by Cole Calhoun. Tatis at second, Machado at first. No balls in a strike to count. Ginkel ready, and the pitch is grounded to third base and foul. Zach Gallen was the starting pitcher for the Diamondbacks. He only allowed a run on 2 hits, but he only lasted 4 innings. Padres ran his pitch count up to 88. Gave up the home run to Hosmer with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. Hosmer on deck now. That is still the only run of the game. Base hit would change that. Pham waits as Machado and Tatis lead. They both run. The pitch is outside. Kelly went to throw to third, bobbled it, and a double steal. How about these fleet Friars? Tatis to third, Machado to second. And now a base hit could make it a 3-0 game.
Kelly saw him go. He rushed, no question about it. And bobbled it, as Jesse said. No chance.
1-2 to Pham, though. Here's the pitch, and he fouls it back to the top of the netting. Above Hosmer in the on-deck circle right side. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes.
We mentioned, of course, it's Military Sunday, first of the year. And those Sundays are brought to you in part by the San Diego Food Bank. And with your help, the San Diego Food Bank is proud to support the brave men and women who serve our country every single day. Visit SanDiegoFoodBank.org.
Pham, an RBI single against Ginkel in the 7th inning on Friday night. Facing him again here on Sunday afternoon with 2 men in scoring position. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball, right field, fairly well struck. Calhoun, though, goes back, and about 5 feet in front of the warning track, he'll square up, make the catch, and retire the side. So Pham gave it a ride, but that's all. No runs, a hit, an error, and 2 men left in scoring position. We'll go to the 8th inning. It is still 1-0 Padres on the Padres Radio Network.
This isn't a grilled cheese I'm making. It's a melty masterpiece that deserves a kitchen worthy of greatness.
Looks like my porch is full of packages again. It also looks like my compulsive buying needs to change to compulsive saving.
As I sit here on this couch, I decided to make some changes, starting with this couch.
I'd love to be looking out my window at a beautiful backyard instead of a brick wall. Time for a new house.
Whatever your passion, U.S. Bank can help turn it into your next pursuit. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
We love GTM!
GTM stocks its shelves daily with thousands of name brand items for home, office, school, family, and you at up to 70% below other retailers. Subscribe at GTMstores.com for your 20% off GTM coupon.
And get the savings started!
Blocked drains again? What now? Call How. Our drain cleaning starts at only $82. Call 1-800-BILL-HOW for a free quote or go online at BillHow.com or
call 1-800-BILL-HOW. Bill How.
License number 488413.
We know how.
One of the biggest challenges you'll face at retirement is when to take your Social Security benefits. At Lucia Capital Group, we can help you navigate the complex maze of choices in this extremely important decision. Get your free Social Security decision kit at freedecisionkit.com. A registered investment advisor.
Locally owned and operated Rochambeau Shades is revolutionizing sunglasses and prescription eyewear for the entire family. Made in Italy and assembled in San Diego. They are virtually unbreakable and bend-in half flexible. Rochambeaus offer 5 sizes of polarized sunglasses from baby through adult, starting at just $20. Plus, order prescription glasses in their game-changing unbreakable frames right to your door, starting at just $69. Let the other team overpay for shades. Check out Rochambeaus.com. That's ROSHAMBOS.com. Proud fans of our home team.
Hey, it's Woods from Ben & Woods. You're listening to Padres Baseball on 97.3 The Fan.
8th inning at Petco Park as the Padres try and start the season 3-0. They lead the Diamondbacks 1-0, and Emilio Pagan on to face the top of the Arizona batting order. Ketel Marte, David Peralta, and Starling Marte. Pitching change brought to you by the 30 Valvoline Instant Oil Change Centers all over San Diego County. You can visit SoCalOilChange.com. While you're there, you can get discounts. You can get directions, nearest locations, all the good stuff. Touchless. Email receipts. Don't have to give them your keys. Don't have to get out of your car. Oil change. Car service with social distancing in mind. SoCalOilChange.com. Pagan making his second appearance in a Padre uniform. He threw on Friday night. Marte, a switch hitter, bats left-handed, and the first pitch is a fastball. Looked pretty good. They don't get the call, maybe outside, 1-0. The only thing to get Pagan last year in his stellar season with Tampa Bay was the long ball, and that was the case here on Friday night. Retired the first too many face, gave up a solo homer, and then got Carson Kelly to end the inning. 1-0 pitch, very late on the fastball, and Marte swings and misses, 1-1.
Boy, Garrett Richards was Garrett Richards when it comes to that category, huh? From 2011 to 2018, second best in the majors. Fewest home runs allowed per 9. And Garrett gave him nothing, obviously, in this 1-0 shutout.
5 innings, just a hit against Garrett Richards. Pagan there missing low with the cutter. 2 balls and a strike to Ketel Marte, who's 2 out of 3 with a single and a double.
And Justin Masterson, by the way, was the best and fewest home runs during that time. I hate when people say he was second in such and such, but they don't tell you who the first guy was. It was Masterson, then Garrett Richards.
Pagan works only from the stretch. Now the 2-1 pitch, that's way inside and low. 3 balls and a strike to Ketel Marte. Diamondbacks have threatened each of the last couple of innings. In the 6th against Javi Guerra before Tim Hill put out the fire, and then in the 7th against Drew Pomerantz, but they've not been able to break through. Arizona's pitching has also been outstanding this afternoon. Again, the only run of the game, the 2-out solo homer by Eric Hosmer in the 3rd. Here's the 3-1 pitch and a ground ball cracked foul to the right side. So the count full on Ketel Marte, who has 2 of the 3 Diamondback hits. The other, a single by Eduardo Escobar in the 6th. 3 Padre hits. Tatis, a single in the bottom of the last inning, and then before that, nothing since the Hosmer homer in inning number 3. Profar also singled in the 2nd. Here comes the 3-1. Marte check swing on a pitch high. Excuse me, it was a 3-2. They appealed down to first base. He did not go. And a lead walk to Ketel Marte. That is the 3rd consecutive inning that the Diamondbacks have had the leadoff man aboard. And again, they've not yet been able to cash in, but Pagan making things a bit more difficult on himself here. Marte very much a stolen base threat if the Diamondbacks want to get aggressive. Left-hand hitting David Peralta at the plate. 0 for 2 with a walk. 0 for 10 on the season. He struck out 4 times. First pitch to him, fouled straight back, 0-1. Pagan challenged him with a fastball in the zone. Last time up, Peralta hit one very well and deep down the left field line into foul territory. Pham made a great running catch up against that side wall. Here's the 0-1, and Pagan misses in the dirt. He flinched at it, but didn't offer. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mentioned Ketel Marte is capable of stealing a base. He's got all kinds of speed. He had 9 triples last year. Ted mentioned that. 10 stolen bases, caught only twice. Make the argument for sending him here. Just try and get something going against a very tough reliever. The argument against holding him, or the argument for holding him, is that he got big-time power at the plate with Peralta. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. He's not going. And a cutter for a strike. 1-2 from Emilio Pagan to David Peralta. Pagan came over just a few days before pitchers and catchers reported to spring training in the Manuel Margot trade. And the 1-2 to Peralta is lined into right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Myers rushing over to try and cut it off. He does near the line. That will keep Ketel Marte at second. But either way, the first 2 men reach for the Diamondbacks here in the 8th. 2 on, nobody out. And the very dangerous Starling Marte coming up. Padres clinging to a 1-0 lead here in the 8th. Marte not only dangerous, but also overdue. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. 2 against Richards and 1 against Javi Guerra. Runners lead at first and second. Nobody out. Pagan's first pitch. Check swing and a fastball just off the plate outside. Austin Hedges couldn't believe that they didn't get the call. He kind of dropped his head. Earlier in the game, a pitch like that was probably going to be called a strike. In the last few innings, the zone has shrunk a bit. Marte at second, Peralta at first. And Starling Marte at the dish. 1-0 from Pagan. Padres a 1-0 lead here in the 8th. This one on the way and fouled back to the on-deck circle. 1-1. Padres have won the first 2 games of the season for the 2nd consecutive year. Did it against the Giants a season ago, but have not won 3 straight to open a season since 1984. A good year, as you may recall. Ball and a strike to Starling Marte. He hits this one deep in the air down the right field line, but it'll push well foul. And now 1-2.
I'll admit I did not remember the 3-0 of '84.
Yeah, I mean, so much happened after that is more memorable than the first 3 days of the season.
It was a great first half and not really a great second half. But it didn't matter because the Padres kept pulling away. Much different West Division then. Dodgers weren't that good that year. Braves and Reds were in that division. Not Reds, but the Braves were in that division. And the Reds, yes. The Reds were at that time.
There's a ground ball right side. That's a fair ball and down the line. Ketel Marte is rounding third. He'll score to tie the game. Myers' throw comes back into Profar. RBI single for Starling Marte, and we are 1-1 in the 8th. That was a really, really good piece of hitting by Starling Marte. Pitch was away, and he just sort of punched it the other direction and snuck it between Hosmer and the bag at first. Wasn't a bad pitch at all. A cutter running away, and he just kind of half swung at it. Pushed it. Peralta ended up at third base, so the Diamondbacks still with runners on the corners and still with nobody out as Eduardo Escobar stands in. For as good as the Padres and the fans have felt after the first two games, you better believe that the Diamondbacks were as frustrated and hungry and not going quietly today. Here's the first pitch to Escobar, and he skies it deep down the right field line. If it's fair, it is gone. It is foul. You heard the reaction from the D-back dugout. They thought he got it, and he almost did. It was headed for that Petco porch and hooked pretty well before it got there, but he just missed. So a very loud strike one to the switch hitter Escobar. No balls and a strike. Pagan set a long pause. Now a throw to first. And Starling Marte back pretty quickly.
Only missed that foul screen by foul pole and screen by about 2 feet.
No balls and a strike to Escobar. He'll back out of the box and ask for time. Escobar wearing that kind of pull-up mask, the neck gaiter. And he's got it up all the way here as he bats. It's kind of been up and down, I've noticed, in the first couple games. One of the few guys wearing a mask on the field at all. 0-1 pitch, fouled back and out of play, 0-2. Players not required to wear masks on the field. That's up to them. When they're inside in the clubhouse, dining area, that kind of thing, they do need to wear masks. But not outside, not in the game. All the coaches, managers wear masks on the bench. Fernando Tatis Jr. has been one of the most visible mask wearers for the Padres. All his media sessions via Zoom, done with a mask on. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and a liner foul to the right side. I like what Jace Tingler said. He goes, hey, look, if anybody can make the mask look cool, it's Fernando. And he does.
But since we've been wearing them, you can understand in terms of, walking from here to the parking lot, it's no fun to be out there running in the game. There's no way that you wouldn't really have it affect you if you were wearing it for the game on the field.
1-1 here in the 8th. Runners on the corners for the Diamondbacks. Nobody out. 0-2 the count on Escobar. Pagan ready. Delivers. And, he just got a piece. Fouled it straight back. Good elevated fastball from Emilio Pagan. And Escobar very tardy, but able to get a piece. Pagan a career year last year in Tampa Bay. He's also pitched in the bigs for Oakland and Seattle. And so now 4 major league seasons for Emilio Pagan and 4 different teams. Normally that would be a red flag, but he's just kind of been a coveted guy and has now ended up in San Diego. Still 0-2 and another throw to first base. Marte, Starling is there. He was caught stealing yesterday in the 6th inning, trying to take third base with 2 outs. Diamondbacks have tied it here in the 8th. They are looking for more. Pagan the long pause, now the 0-2. That's a ground ball slowly to Tatis at shortstop. He will step on the bag at second, fling it to first in time, double play. But a run scores, and the Diamondbacks now lead 2-1. You could see Fernando almost thinking, should I go home with this? But it wasn't hit quite hard enough to consider trying to get Peralta at the plate. Made the right decision, certainly. But the Diamondbacks take the lead, now 2 outs and the base is empty. Cole Calhoun, the left-handed batter, will come up before he hits. We pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Padres Radio Network.
KWFN-FM and KWFN HD1 San Diego, a radio.com sports station.
This is Eric Hosmer from the San Diego Padres. The Padres play here on 97.3, The Fan.
First pitch swinging, Calhoun ground ball to the right side. Hosmer a diving stop to his right, throws to Pagan, the pitcher covering. And that's it for the Diamondbacks here in the 8th inning. They get a couple of runs, though, on a couple of hits. Nobody left. And Arizona with their first lead of the afternoon, 2-1, as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Eric Hosmer coming up on the Padres Radio Network.
We're all spending a lot more time at home these days, and Sid's Carpet Barn is ready to help with all your flooring needs by offering the largest selection at the guaranteed lowest prices for the best bargains in town. Visit any Sid or click sidscarpet.com.
Sid's Carpet Barn. Come on down. Yeah.
The 2020 census is about the next 10 years, but the time to respond is now.
The power to change our community is in your hands. Grab it. The 2020 census is about funding for hospitals, emergency services, and more.
It even informs congressional representation.
Make sure you count little kids and babies who live with you, even roommates.
The clock is ticking, but you still have time to make a difference. Shape your future today by going to 2020census.gov.
Paid for by U.S. Census Bureau.
I've always wanted to learn another language, but every time I try, it never sticks. So I decided to give Babbel a try, and I really like the teaching method of the app. I started with the beginner lesson on Babbel, and it starts with simple words and phrases, and soon you're putting those words into a conversation. Each lesson takes about 10 to 15 minutes, and they're all really different, which keeps things interesting. The app is really smart. It actually keeps track of the words I'm struggling with so I can practice them and get better. I chose Babbel because it was created by real language teachers. They built it around real life, how people actually communicate, and what they care about. I can't wait to use my new language skills in the real world. Dos cervezas, por favor.
With Babbel, get conversational in Spanish, French, German, and more. It just takes 10 to 15 minutes a day. Now try Babbel free. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
This is Matt Strom from the San Diego Padres. The Padres play here on 97.3 The Fan.
Bottom of the eighth inning, and the Padres, who had led since Eric Hosmer's solo homer in the third inning, 1-0, all the way until about 5 minutes ago. Now trail for the first time today. Diamondbacks a 2-1 edge going to the bottom of the eighth inning after an RBI single by Starling Marte and a double play ball off the bat of Eduardo Escobar that played it a second run in the top of this inning. They will try and make hay here against the left-handed reliever Andrew Chafin with Hosmer, Myers, and Profar coming up. Pitching change brought to you by Lucia Capital Group, offering financial planning and wealth services. Get your free Social Security Decision Kit at freedecisionkit.com. A registered investment advisor not affiliated with SSA. Hosmer, as mentioned, has driven in the only Padre run of the day. First home run of the season back in the third inning. Lefty against Chafin. And Haas takes a fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Hosmer officially 1 out of 2. He also walked back in the first inning as the Padres have drawn 7 walks for a third consecutive game against the Arizona pitching staff. Here comes the 0-1. And Haas swings and misses it. A good slider down and away. Finds himself in an 0-2 hole against Chafin, who's been used a ton the last few years by the Diamondbacks. I think he's pitched in more games than anybody else if you go back to 2017. Hosmer against him, 2 out of 9. Quickly in an 0-2 hole. Now the pitch, and he looks at one in the dirt. So a ball and 2 strikes to Haas. As mentioned, Myers on deck, and then Profar. Padres behind for the first time today. Chafin worked the 6th inning in last night's game for the Diamondbacks, making his 2020 debut. He walked Olivares, who was eventually caught stealing. Then he struck out Hedges and Grisham. Here's a pitch in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Eric Hosmer.
They tell us the Padres had one streak like that last year of 3 straight games with 7 walks, and I'm surprised. I really am. I'm shocked. I would have thought they didn't do that at all, but it was once last year. And now to start the season with the first 3 ball games, they've done it again.
Mentioned Chafin's usage, 77 appearances each of the last 2 years. Here comes the 2-2 to Hosmer, swinging a liner foul the other direction. Season ago, a 3.76 ERA. And in 2018, a 3.10 ERA. Big part of the back end of their bullpen, which is remade and a little bit questionable. The main thing locked in for the D-backs in terms of the relief corps is that Archie Bradley is the closer, and he is up and throwing. Here's the 2-2. That's low. And the count fills up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, another good plate appearance here and another full count. Hosmer was in an 0-2 hole. As for the Padre bullpen, Kirby Yates is warming if the Padres are able to tie it or take the lead here. And if not, it looks like it'll be Luis Perdomo to work the top of the ninth. 3-2 to Haas. Leading off in the bottom of the eighth with the Padres down a run. Chafin is set. The left-hander, a long pause. Now the pitch to Hosmer, and it's low, ball 4. You hear the reaction from the Padre dugout. They're all fired up. Eric walks for the second time this afternoon. That is the 8th walk that the Padres have drawn today. And the leadoff man is aboard, and the tying run coming to the plate. Will Myers homered in last night's game. 0 for 3 today with a couple of strikeouts. Hosmer steps off his lead at first base. Chafin's first pitch to Will is a fastball for a strike, 0-1. Myers in his career against Chafin has had much success. 5 for 6 with 2 homers and a double. Padres trailing 2-1 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the 0-1, and Will looks at a fastball just a bit down. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I know what you're thinking, Padre fans. The long ball. Myers yesterday. I have to tell you, by the way, maybe this is a reverse curse and put the curse on the Diamondbacks, but this Chafin, in 75 appearances, not 1 home run in a season.
Here's the 1-1. Will flinched at it but took, and the fastball misses outside. The count swings in Myers' favor. 2 balls and a strike.
That was not last year. It was the 2018 season.
Yeah.
75 appearances. That is a baseball record. Nobody's done better.
Pretty remarkable in the environment of 2018 and in that ballpark.
Oh, sure. The ballpark alone.
2-1 pitch, and Will takes the slider low, 3-1. It was a lead walk to Hosmer. Now a 3-ball count to Myers. A tight, low-scoring game here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon at Petco. Hosmer at first, nobody out. Here comes the 3-1, and Will takes inside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued by Chafin, and now 9 walks that the Padres have drawn here today. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Jerks and Profar coming up.
Follow 97.3 The Fan on Twitter at 97.3 The Fan SD. For updates on your favorite talk shows, breaking Padre news, and coverage of the season of 2020, the press conferences and all that good stuff. Padres, San Diego #1 sports station, carrying those Padres, is 97.3 The Fan.
It is absolutely remarkable watching these Padre hitters work counts like this. We just haven't seen it. Here's an amazing thing. 3rd game of the season now. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner at second base. Interesting. Jake Cronenworth is going to run for Eric Hosmer. Cronenworth certainly has more speed than Haas. He represents the potential tying run down at second base, but nobody out. Hosmer being removed for a runner. So this is Jake Cronenworth's major league debut. He's at second. Myers at first, nobody out. Profar batting right-handed. First pitch from Chafin, way inside, nearly hit him. As mentioned, Kirby Yates would be ready if the Padres were able to tie it or take the lead. Kirby worked last night in a non-save situation, and he looked like Kirby. Pitch coming, Profar, big swing, and he muscles a fly ball out to deep center field. Not deep enough to go, but it could move a runner. Catch is made by Starling Marte. Cronenworth tags, he'll go to third, and now 1 away with men on the corners. So a productive out for Jerks and Profar. And I suppose in a 1-run game in the 8th inning, we should remind everybody about the extra inning rule that is in play for 2020. Every extra inning will begin with a runner on second base. That'll be all for Chafin with the right-hand hitting Austin Hedges coming up. He has faced his 3 men. Didn't go particularly well for the veteran left-hander. A couple of walks and a deep fly ball out. He is through. And a pitching change for the Diamondbacks with one out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Padres trailing 2-1, but they've got runners on the corners, only one down on the Padres Radio Network.
New Bud Light Seltzer, huh?
Yep.
And it tastes like a hard seltzer, not a beer?
Yep.
So it's light and refreshing?
Yep.
With a hint of fruit flavor?
Yep.
And 100 calories?
Yep.
You said this is Bud Light Seltzer?
Yep.
Well, I need to try it.
Yep.
Oh, that tastes great.
Yep.
Now, wait, are you just yupping me?
Nope.
Bud Light Seltzer, unquestionably good. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beers, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Baseball is back, and now is the time to get your Grand Slam deals at last year's fastest-growing Ford dealership in San Diego, Gosh Ford Escondido in the Escondido Auto Park. We are following all CDC safety guidelines if you want to visit, but you can shop 100% from home using our web buy tool at GoshFordEscondido.com. If you are looking for transparency, integrity, and a great selection, then welcome to the family at Gosh Ford Escondido. Come in or visit us anytime online at GoshFordEscondido.com.
Social Security provides a lifetime of income to many people, and for some, it's their only source of retirement income. Don't make the wrong choices as you decide on your options. Get your free Social Security Decision Kit at freedecisionkit.com by Lucia Capital Group, a registered investment advisor.
This is John Quintero. You're listening to Padres Baseball on 97.3 The Fan.
This pitching change brought to you by GTM Stores. GTM stocks its shelves daily with thousands of name brand items that you need at up to 70% below other retailers. Subscribe at gtmstores.com for a 20% off coupon. Diamondbacks lead the Padres 2-1 in the bottom of the 8th, but the Friar is threatening with runners on the corners, one out. New pitcher for the D-backs, the closer Archie Bradley, making his 2020 debut. And he will face pinch hitter Greg Garcia, who bats for Austin Hedges. And again, both managers kind of treating this like you would a playoff game. You're seeing the closer on the road. Big situation, 8th inning. All right, go get me 5 outs. And for the Padres, we just saw Eric Hosmer pinch run 4 after his torrid start at the plate. And now Garcia hitting for Hedges. Cronenworth at third, Will Myers at first. 1 out. Greg pinch hit in the first game of the season, struck out, didn't see him last night. First pitch from Archie Bradley is a fastball. He swings and fouls it back out of play, 0-1. Greg last year as a pinch hitter was 10 out of 36. That's a .278 average.
Andy Green was big on safety squeezes in situations like this with one away. Again, as Jesse said yesterday, we're learning about Jace. You can't go just by because they don't do things the same way in spring training, only in the regular season. But Greg can put it down, use the bat well. He's a good bunter.
Cronenworth with good speed at third. Escobar plays in at third. He's swinging away, and he lines it into center field. Marte charging in. Won't get there. It's a base hit. This will tie the game. Cronenworth comes in to score, and a pinch hit RBI single for Greg Garcia makes it 2-2 here in the 8th.
And conversely, you can let him swing away. I'll tell you what, this guy, right-handed pitchers last year, right up there with anybody in the ball club in on-base percentage.
The Padres and USAA thank the military and their families for their service and offer a special discount of 35% off MLB.TV subscriptions for the 2020 season, thanks to our partnership with GovX. Visit Padres.com/USAA for details. So the Padres have tied it back up here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Josh Naylor coming to bat. 0 for 3 on the day in his 2020 debut. Myers at second, Garcia at first. Still just the 1 out. Bradley delivers, swinging a high fly ball. Shallow center field, long run Marte. No, it'll be the shortstop Ahmed going back, and he will make the catch. So Naylor a big swing, but he pops to shallow center. 2 outs, and Fernando Tatis Jr. coming up. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted. Big, obviously, moment in this game. Potential go-ahead run at second base with 2 outs in the 8th. Fernando on the day, 1 out of 3 with a single, a walk, and a stolen base. Myers at second, Garcia at first, And Bradley misses in the dirt, 1-0. Fernando Tatis Jr., the sixth man to bat in this inning. Andrew Chafin walked each of the first two guys that he faced here. The first one has already come in to score. The other is at second. 1 ball and no strikes, the count to Tatis. Bradley a look back at Myers. Now the pitch. And he's downstairs low out of the zone, 2-0. Boy, no jumpiness from these Padre hitters. No chase. It's really incredible. They are not holding Garcia at first, and he's got a giant lead. Myers off the bag in a standard sort of way at second. 2 balls in, no strikes. And an overhand curve is in there to Fernando, 2-1. Tatis singled leading off the 7th inning against Kevin Ginkel. Now he faces Archie Bradley in the 8th. The 2-1 pitch. Taps a fastball back to the netting. 2-2 on Tatis. Fernando only got a couple of at-bats as a rookie last year against Archie Bradley. Nothing to show for him. 2 for 2. Two balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and 2 men aboard. Game tied at 2. Here is the 2-2. Swinging a high pop-up right side. Long run. Vargas, the first baseman. Here comes Calhoun, the right fielder. He will reach out and cannot make the catch in foul territory. And somebody appears to be injured. I think it's Calhoun. Took a pretty nasty spill at the end there. And immediately the Padre first base coach, Wayne Kirby, started waving to the Diamondback dugout like, hey, you better come check on your guy. But Calhoun immediately gets up, picks up his hat, and starts walking back out towards right field. Yeah, he sort of dove and stumbled at the last moment. He ended up going face first into the padded wall on the side. My goodness, that looked terrible. But apparently he's okay. Again, just a foul ball, but a legit face plant. And good thing for all that padding. Trainer's just gotten out to him to check on him. He's smiling, I imagine. At this point, I guess the most uncomfortable thing, aside from any potential embarrassment, would be the sunglasses kind of getting squished into his face. But that looked really, really bad.
I thought he was going to catch the ball. He was right there, quite frankly. It's certainly not an ordinary play by any stretch. And a Sunday like this and all that, but he was right there and just kind of whiffed on the ball.
Still being checked on, and now the athletic trainer heading back towards the Diamondback dugout. Kind of a long run. He's going from deep right field all the way to the third base side. So we'll have a moment here for Fernando to collect himself, for Archie Bradley to think on it. Padres have tied it up 2-2 here in the bottom of the 8th inning after Arizona took a 2-1 lead in the top half. Myers at second, Garcia at first. Gigi with the big pinch hit single to tie the game a few moments ago. Trainer back to the dugout. Calhoun's sunglasses back on. 2-2 to Fernando Tatis Jr. Bradley set at the belt. Here comes the pitch. And he takes a fastball right down the middle that is not called a strike. The count is now 3-2. And, you know, it was just one of those where the catcher was set up inside. He had to reach for it. But the pitch was legitimately at the knees down the middle, and they don't get the call. So for the moment, Tatis gets a huge break, and now 3-2, the runners will go. The pitch is taken, and that is a curveball at the knees. Strike 3 called. Tatis not happy about it, slams his bat down, walks back towards the dugout, and he's getting stared down by the plate umpire, Mark Ripperger. Now words are being exchanged, and Jace Tingler is just going to saunter on out there and make sure his shortstop doesn't get thrown out. That'll be the end of the 8th inning. The Padres, though, do tie it up on the big pinch hit RBI single by Greg Garcia, and we go to the 9th, tied at 2 on the Padres Radio Network.
What can Nevium do for you? Nevium is the intellectual property valuation expert. Nevium provides value-based strategies to grow sales and increase your bottom line. Choose the leader in IP and brand valuation. Choose Nevium, Nevium.com.
Getting a great deal on some of Toyota's most popular models is easier than ever. Because now with the We Make It Easy sales event, you can get 0 APR for 60 months on a new 2020 Camry, Camry Hybrid, Corolla, Corolla Hatchback, or even the Prius Liftback. That's 0 APR for 60 months on a powerful new Camry or Camry Hybrid, a sleek Corolla or Corolla Hatchback, or an ever-efficient Prius. Whichever you choose, it's a great deal on an exceptionally reliable new Toyota. But hurry, offers end soon.
Limited term financing through Toyota Financial Services. 0% APR includes 60 monthly payments of $1,667 per $1,000 borrowed. For example, 10% down. Not all customers will qualify. Down payment varies with credit. See dealer for details. Excludes Corolla Hybrid and Prius Prime. Must take delivery from model year 2020 new car dealer stock by midnight August 3rd.
We make it easy on you.
We're here for the early risers, the all-day commuters, the movers, the shakers, the minds of the future. For the new kids on the block and the empty nesters, providing financial guidance for the what do we do nexters. We're here for it all, for your stretch goals and safety net, so you can move forward and focus on what's next. We are California Coast Credit Union, proudly local, proud to serve you wherever you may go. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, this is Manny Machado from the San Diego Padres. The Padres play here on 97.3 The Fan.
Inning tied at 2, and Kirby Yates coming on in a non-save situation for the second consecutive day. Pitching change brought to you by the 30 Valvoline Instant Oil Change Centers in San Diego. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for discounts and directions. Kind of an exciting end to the 8th inning. Both Archie Bradley and Fernando Tatis Jr. upset with the plate umpire Mark Ripperger. It all ended with Tatis striking out, throwing his bat. Right before that, Bradley threw one pretty much right down the middle, didn't get the call on it. Either way, it is tied at 2 as we open the 9th with Kirby Yates and Ted Leitner.
Oh, I tell you, Kirby was very, very good yesterday in the non-save situation. Likewise again here today at 2-2. Was real sharp with fastball and splitter. Opens up with a splitter low and outside, ball 1. To Carson Kelly, the catcher. 6, 7, 8 batters, Arizona. Kirby went 1-2-3 yesterday. Strikeout, ground out. Dominated. Comes back, fastball outside. And the count's 2-0.
Started to talk about the new extra inning rule a few minutes ago. I think that was even before the Padres tied the game. And again, just a reminder, every extra inning will begin with a man on second base. It will change things immensely.
They're calling them now the automatic runner in this new rule. Starting with the automatic runner. Swing and a miss. Fastball, gas, and past him. 2-1. Or as Mike Clevenger, a pitcher of the Indians, said yesterday in describing it, he says, the wackiest crap I've ever seen, end quote. 2-0, swing and a miss. Fastball on the sequence here from the Hawaiian, the leader of baseball, the best there is. 2-2. 41 saves, a 119. That's as good as you're going to find for the 2019 season. First Padre to lead the major leagues with that many saves since Trevor with 53 out of 54 in 1998. 2-2, foul down the right field line and out of play. Carson Kelly. 0 for 2 and a walk. Archie Bradley, a good guy, man. Big strikeout guy. 75 strikeouts in back-to-back years as the closer for the Diamondbacks. Nobody's ever done that but him in Arizona. So that's the matchup with Kirby. 2-2 fastball way high, and the count's full. So it is Kelly. Then they'll go to the 8th spot where Vargas will bat after coming on for Lamb as a pinch hitter and taking over at first. Vargas next. Then Crone, the DH. Padre right-hander, Kelly the right-hander. Splitter, swing and a miss, strike three. One away. He throws that splitter with such confidence with 2 strikes that it's almost like he's walking. He turns on his follow-through. He's about sideways to the plate. He just kind of continues that. It's like Steph Curry shooting a 3 and running down court, not even watching it.
That is a phenomenal analogy.
Yeah, that's Kirby. That's Kirby. I know how it felt leaving my hand. You can't hit it. I'm getting ready for the next batter. And he did. Here's Vargas from the left side. Fastball, strike called. He struck out in the 7th. Against Pomeranz. Yates after Emilio Pagan. Gave up the tying run. Check swing outside on the splitter. A ball 1-1. Two runs off Pagan in the 6th. I beg pardon, the top of the 8th, of course. Now we're in the top of the 9th. Splitter strike called. 1-2. Kirby has got the splitty. It's working. New catcher, of course, after the hit for Hedgie. That's Mejia behind the plate. This is the line drive to center on a base hit. Got a splitter that was left over. Actually, it was a fastball after the splitter. He caught too much plate. So with a 1-2 count, the tie-breaking run is aboard. That is so odd against Yates, but it is what it is. Now Crone. Crone will see this guy and see the splitter for the very first time. Let's see how that goes. Well, the right-hander hit it here with that Sedona red jersey of the Diamondbacks. Came in the league in 1998 with Tampa Bay, now just Tampa. Swing and a miss splitter. It's a good one. It's a good one, as it was yesterday. Cronenworth taking over at first base. Mejia behind the plate. You're up to date on the Padre changes and the lineup, the substitutions. And Yates for Pagan. He gave up a couple of hits on, a couple of runs on 3 hits. Taking the ball, 1-1. Military opening day. First military Sunday. Game 3 of a 4-game set against the National League West. Oh, boy, that was close. Strike zone's been kind of changing through the course of the day. Whatever. It's inside, 2-1. Was big, and then it got smaller. Always used to tell Merv Rettenman, the batting coach, gosh, that strike zone become like a dinner plate these days. And he'd say, dinner plate? I take that. It's a saucer. Swing, a foul tip. Held by Mejia. It was another splitter. It is 2-2. Speaking of 2-2, that's the score. 2-2. Nick Ahmed is on deck in the 9 spot. Crone 0 for 3 on the day. 0 for 4 in the series. They'll get a throw to first. 2 steps, back standing. Vargas. Shadows creeping after starting those night games 6-10, 6-10 with shadows engulfing the entire left side of the field in the outfield. Now they're coming out there. A couple of light standards worth out in left field, but sunny every place else. In on him on a fastball. Great location. Foul back. Staying 2-2. Yates against Crone.
Nobody throwing in the Arizona bullpen. Not a surprise, of course, but that means it'll be more Archie Bradley in the bottom of the inning. He's comfortable going down and up like that. Not an issue for him. He's been used all kinds of different ways.
Kirby checking the runner at first. Not going, of course, and delivering outside. Full count. See, I wonder, and I really would love to. You just can't go to the clubhouse. You can't go into his office and talk to the manager. But with the Padres down a run, have a runner at second and nobody out, and he pinch runs for Hosmer with nobody out. And I'm thinking, if there's not this 10th inning guy on second base rule, and he may, need Haas's bat for 14, 15 innings, would he have done that in the old days? And I'll bet you he would not.
I think you're exactly right. I think it allows you to be more aggressive. And look, it worked out in that, you're able to tag up Cronenworth,
right,
who eventually scores. I don't know that Haas would have tagged on that. Maybe he would have.
Borderline.
Yeah.
Go to first. But you don't lose a bat like Hosmer's, especially the way he's been going, in that situation. And like we said, so many things are being done differently. Managers will manage differently, and I think that's a case right there. And looking at extra innings, normally you would not take Hosmer's bat out. They did. As Jesse said, they got the run. Kirby on a 3-2. That ball's down the left field line with authority, man. It will hook, and it will be in the left field corner, and it will be foul. Off the bat, it was pretty straight.
Yeah, I mean, that's about as hard a hit ball as we've seen from the Diamondbacks all day. Foul by a foot, maybe? Kirby's laboring a little bit.
He came from the Angels. What a pickup. Kirby Yates. For a bag of balls. 3-2 fastball. He missed it big time. Way up and in for ball 4. That'll push the go-ahead run to second base in this 2-2 tie. That's Vargas at second. Now Crone at first base. And a tough out. Good contact hitter. Underrated with the bat, but man, nobody overrates him with the glove. He's terrific. The Gold Glover the last 2 years, Nick Ahmed. So Crone had never seen Kirby. He draws the walk. Ahmed has never had a hit against Kirby. 0 for 8 and a walk. If the Colonel was here, he would correct me and say, yeah, but that was then and this is now. He hated stats. I don't want to hear about it. You never know. If the guy's got a bat, he's facing this guy now. History doesn't matter. What happened in the past. And Jerry lived like that, too. He never want to know about the past. Never talked about the past. It was with Jerry, what's next? Miss you, Colonel. First and second, one away, 2-2 in the top of the ninth. Just waiting on Ahmed to get back in the box. Normally takes his time in his pacing. And is doing that now, coming way inside. He's missing with the fastball. No question. It's ball 1.
Mentioned it last night, but, Kirby last year, basically untouchable in save situations. He did have some issues in non-save situations. His ERA with the game on the line, 0.59 in non-save situations. It was 3.
Had a couple of bad ones in the same series here. Got roughed up in 2 games the Padres lost. Most closers better in closer situations. When the pressure's really on the batter. Here will come back with a splitter, foul back out of play. And it's 1-1.
Yeah, certainly nothing unusual about it. And last night, as we said, came in a non-save situation, and they made very quick work of the middle of their order.
You couldn't be any better. Just couldn't. Plenty of time for Ahmed to get in, get comfortable. Like I said, Kirby will stare you down, but that's okay. Going to check that runner at second base. A lot of closers don't do that. That's important. A lot of them don't mess with that, but Kirby does. He delivers low on another splitter, and the count is 2-1. 2-2 in the top of the ninth. First and second occupied. One away. The 9 batter, Ketel Marte, very dangerous. And a switch hitter who will bat left-handed is on deck. Here's Yates. He deals. Splitter. Way low. Not great command of either one. The four-seamer or the splitter. And the count again behind. 3-1. They're checking out Perez Chica there with some signs at third base. Dave McKay talking to his runner at first. That's Crone. Vargas is at second, representing the go-ahead run in the top of the ninth. Diamondbacks finished second to the Dodgers last year. Kirby comes set. He deals. Strike. 3-2. Fastball he's taken all the way. We were talking yesterday, the anniversary from 1998 and July 25 when Trevor first came into Hell's Bells. The idea of Dr. Charles Steinberg, a brilliant baseball man. Some of the greatest programs I've ever been involved in is the Master Ceremonies. Charles wrote them. And he was brilliant doing the same thing for the Red Sox for many years for Larry Lucchino. And today was the day, the next day, where Trevor blew a save when Moises Alou hit a home run to blow that save after 41 straight overall. Padres came back to win the ball game, though. 3-2 fastball. High, way high. Really can't command the fastball. Ball 4 loaded with one away. So the Padres have been living on walks. Diamondbacks have not been drawn anywhere near, but now they get the largesse of a couple by a guy that doesn't walk very many. On one away, single walk, loaded for Ketel Marte. They'll run at second base, where it represents the tying run, a tie-breaking one, and Tim LaCastro, big-time speedster for them, is going to be the runner. No shock there. Came in that category yesterday, but it wasn't a ball game when he came in. It's a ball game now, all right. 2 runs, 4 hits for the homeboys, including a solo home run by Eric Hosmer. 2 runs, 6 hits. Diamondbacks standing out of the box. Now Marte. Said Ahmed never had a hit against him. He doesn't still, but he draws the walk. Marte has hit Kirby. He'll take a first pitch strike. It looked to me after the walk and the bases loaded that he was indeed taken all the way. The old-fashioned way. Strike 1. Marte 4 for 6 with a double against Kirby lifetime. Yes, that was then, and this is now. New game, new day, and a new and different season. Tied at 2, loaded one away. Marte in the air. Center field straight away. Got to take a chance here. They're coming. The throw. Nope. The lead belongs to the sacrifice fly to the Arizona Diamondbacks. Ketel Marte. Boy, he's done it all day. In order. Double, single, walk. And a sac fly, 3-2 Arizona on the second out here in the top of the ninth. Boy, outside Arizona, they don't talk much about this guy, but Ketel Marte is a star. Breakout year last year. Here's David Peralta. Throw came on in, so Crone went to they're at first and second. No other movement. Players remain there as Vargas came on to score. This one, bounding ball up the middle, and that ball will get into center field. That will score a run. Oh, the big extra add-on here. Bounding ball. Kirby's just, around the plate a lot. Padres run that ball down and taking an extra base, and going down to second base is David Peralta. (4-2) Arizona. Was not a safe situation, as we noted. But it doesn't matter. That's just statistical stuff. So Ahmed's at third. Peralta is at first base. And Kirby is done for the day. Chase Tingler comes out. There was a couple of hits and a couple of walks. An un-Yatesy-like performance. It happens. It happens. Back shortly in the top of the ninth, 4-2 Arizona on the Padres Radio Network.
Did you know Geico's now offering an extra 15% credit on car and motorcycle policies? That's 15% on top of what Geico could already save you. So what are you waiting for? Your goldfish to sing Bizet's Carmen? There's never been a better time to switch to Geico. Save an extra 15% when you switch by October 7th. Limitations apply. Visit geico.com for details.
Handling San Diego's biggest cases, Gomez Trial Attorneys help families and businesses that have suffered injury and harm. They understand what you're going through and are ready to help. They'll stand beside you and fight and get the justice you deserve.
I'm John Gomez, and over the past 15 years, Gomez Trial Attorneys have a track record taking on San Diego's biggest cases and getting the best results for our clients.
Gomez Trial Attorneys, San Diego's serious personal injury lawyers.
Need a lawyer? Our San Diego County Bar Association connects you with trusted lawyers in over 40 practice areas. You receive 30 minutes of free help from a lawyer, and many offer a flat fee. Need a lawyer? Visit needalawyersanddiego.com. That's needalawyersanddiego.com.
This is Chris Ello. Listen to Gwen and Chris 3 to 7 p.m. on 97.3 The Fan.
Kirby Yates, we're talking about it again. It's statistically, you'll see that with most closers. They just aren't as effective with less pressure on the batters in a safe situation. I'm sure that's not the entirety of the reason why it happens, but Kirby yesterday, non-save with a big lead at 5-1. Here, a 2-2 ball game, and they roughed him up for a couple of singles and a couple of walks. That single by Peralta was then the throwing error. The ball that got away let him go to second. That was put on the center fielder, Grisham, for the error. Now Pierce Johnson delivering to Starling Marte in the number 3 spot. Swing and a miss, strike one. Give yourselves a chance, boys. 4-2 again. You can start with a runner on in the 10th if you can tie the thing up. But you're down 2. A single here, you'll be down 4. Pierce Johnson in on him and chop foul. Going off to the right side there behind home plate.
Not just down 2 if they can end it here, but with the heart of the order coming up and against a pitcher, Archie Bradley, who's now been sitting down for 20 minutes? Never the most comfortable thing for a reliever.
Kirby got the first guy, struck him out. And then trouble in the bottom of the order, too. Pierce Johnson so happy to be a Padre. He grew up going to Jack Murphy Stadium and Qualcomm in the two different names. His dad worked in the marketing department here. Good guy. Don Johnson chased that one away. Way away on the slider. Had no chance whatsoever. Swing and a miss, strike three to Starling Marte. Pitching change brought to you by Lucia Capital Group. Helping you with your most important Social Security decisions. Get your free Social Security decision kit at freedecisionkit.com. Registered investment advisor, not affiliated with SSA. Couple of runs, couple of hits with an error, and a couple of men left in scoring position, second and third, so you're only down two to the bottom of the ninth. 2-3-4 batters as noted. Arizona in a lead on the Padres Radio Network.
Hey guys, it's Chris Ello, and I'm here with the CEO of the San Diego Food Bank, Jim Floros, to talk about how we can help support veterans and military families. Perhaps you can tell me a little bit about the work that the San Diego Food Bank does for the military community.
Pre-COVID, San Diego Food Bank was feeding about 350,000 people a month. Out of that number, we're feeding about 40,000 active duty military, their dependents, and veterans in San Diego County. There's a high unemployment rate among the spouses of military personnel. And so when you're living on one paycheck, there's a lot of hardship in the military community.
How has COVID-19 made an impact on the work you guys are doing, Jim?
This is new territory, but a lot of people have never had to ask for help. A lot of people who have been furloughed or unemployed now are facing a lot of hardship, a lot of food insecurity. So San Diego Food Bank is a local food bank, really just rallying to the call and helping people in need.
Jim, continued good luck with all of this and best of success. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks so much, Chris. Go Padres.
Tune in Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock to 97.3 The Fan. You'll be listening to the Smart Investing Show with myself, Grant Wilsey, and Chase Wilsey. We run one of California's leading investment firms, Wilsey Asset Management. You will discover one of the smartest hours on radio.
Don't just be employed, be essential. With training from CET at the Center for Employment Training, you can start any day with open enrollment. Train for essential careers like construction and healthcare. Go to cetweb.edu. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, and we offer placement assistance to graduates. All programs can be completed in under a year based on attendance. Go to cetweb.edu or call 619-363-0022. For CET, we work for your future.
Hey, this is Garrett Richards from the San Diego Padres. You're listening to Padres Baseball on 97.3 The Fan.
Padres to the bottom of the ninth, down two. Archie Bradley already on, as we said. Trying to get the 5-out save in this case. That pitch is low, ball one. Number 2 hitter. Ty France. On deck or no? Grisham batting, looking for Ty. This ball is in the air to right field. And boys, we'll start it right here with a base hit. Right in front of Calhoun and right.
Hung a curveball, and again, Archie Bradley just sat on the bench for, it had to be 20-25 minutes during that top of the ninth inning. And promptly a bad pitch that Grisham bangs into center. And here you go. Tying run at the plate for Manny.
Story of the ball game, or one of them. Padres have left 11 on base. Many opportunities, did not get it done to this point. Now you have another chance. That's baseball. Machado takes the strike on a fastball. Play him straight up in the outfield. Vargas holding on at first base against Grisham. Manny on the day is 0 for 2 and then a walk. The last one intentionally. Bradley's pitch. Ooh, he hung that slider. Foul back and a big rip by Machado. Whew. Manny's faced him 4 times. An 0 for 1 and 3 walks. Ever. As in last year. High fastball. He tried to hold up. Bad swing. Strike 3 swinging. Could not hold up. wanted him to climb the ladder, and it's exactly what he started to do. One away. There's Tommy Pham. The boys need another runner. This is their best on-base guy to get on the bag, and we'll see what happens. Cubs beat the Brewers 9-1. Chat with the winner, Wilson Contreras. Catcher for the Cubs, 2 home runs in the ballgame. First pitch, fastball, strike called. Bradley, underrated and really, really good. It's hard to be both, but he is. Throw to first, not close. $18 saves, 7 holds last year. At one point, he converted 14 straight. We're so spoiled here with some of the greatest closers of all time for the Padres. We kind of scoff at 14 straight. Another throw to first, right on the bag is Grisham. 4-2 Arizona, 1 out, 1 on in the bottom of the 9th. As it stands now, Bradley would win it, Yates would lose it. Fastball, strike call, 94 miles an hour. He's legit, no question. Hoffy's got signs for his batter. Tommy Pham, his runner. Trent Grisham, 2 new guys. But A.J. Preller picks up in the offseason. Guys that get on base, have a track record. Set at the belt on the 0-2. Fastball way outside. Chucking it, mid-90s. 1-2. Another throw to first. Quite $1 for every time the Diamondbacks threw at first base today. Have some coin. Bradley, in his first appearance of the series, breaking ball is outside, 2-2. Their 4th reliever after Zach Gallen, who shut the Padres down in a great performance last September. Went 4 innings, 2 hits and a run. Gave up the home run to Eric Hosmer. Here's a ball in the air to deep left field. That ball will be chased down at the wall by Peralta. Wow. Wow, what a grab. So dark out there, I got to be honest with you, I can't see it. But I saw him get there just before he got to the track. That's as hard as any ball other than the home run hit by Hosmer, and a reaching backhand way up to get it above his head. Terrific play by a Gold Glover last year, David Peralta.
We were just talking about it earlier in the game. Only played 99 games last year, still won a Gold Glove. That is really hard to do.
No kidding.
And that's exactly why. That is a stellar and heartbreaking play.
Man, oh man, if that ball gets away off the fence, off the wall, strong possibility that Grisham comes around to score. Instead, goes all the way back to first. The off-speed pitch is outside, ball 1 to Jake Cronenworth. Talked about the major league debut for him. And in the spring, in the Cactus League in Arizona, still pitching and playing the infield positions. He will not be pitching this year. Fastball with the runner going is a strike. No throw down. That is not a stolen base. Catcher's indifference. And Grisham is at second. Oh, what a big second out. And a ball just scalded. That's the old pitcher saying, I got my man. yeah, thanks to Peralta going all the way to Lemon Grove to go get it. Tying run at the plate. 4-2 Arizona. 2 out, bottom of the 9th. 1-1. That is in the air to right field. That is also hit extremely well. That's going to be off the wall. Taking on the track. This one will score. Coming around is Trent Grisham. It ain't over till the boys say it's over. 4-3 Arizona in the bottom of the 9th. Cronenworth turned on that sucker on his first major league base hit and RBI, and keeping the ball going and keeping the game going.
And now you got the tying run in scoring position. Great speed. Bradley hangs another breaking ball as he did to Grisham, start the inning.
Off the base of the wall, maybe 20 feet from the right field foul pole. Straight away right field. Down to run. Tying run, as Jesse told you, scoring position. Here's Will Myers, who's been seeing the ball excellently the first 3 games. Curveball, outside, ball 1. Bradley calls it a knuckle curve. Combination curveball, knuckleball. Myers only 4 for 24 against him. Lifetime, a check swing ground ball. Bradley on the front side of the mound gets it, runs onto the grass, dropped the ball, picked it up, throws to first, and the ball game belongs on the comebacker to the Arizona Diamondbacks. Padres put a scare into him there, and a great defensive play by Peralta changed the ball game. I'm convinced he doesn't make that catch. Padres are probably tied right now, thinking about going into number 10. Padres get a run on a couple of hits. Leave a man in the bottom of the ninth. The Diamondbacks by 4-3. We're back to wrap it up in a moment on the Padres Radio Network.
Woohoo! Wingly chicken for dinner.
Sweet. I love wingly chicken and how they use the entire bird from tip to toes.
So yummy. Nothing is wasted, so our family dinners are like a trip to flavor country.
Vegetarian-fed wingly chicken are gold standard.
Gold standard? What does that mean for the chicken, sis?
At Sinley Foods, we're ensuring your visit is safe and comfortable. Taste the difference in a wingly chicken. Available at Sinley Foods, 4665 El Cajon Boulevard. This is a lifestyle, not a fad.